So, let's go over.
So...
Wait, I gotta... Don't do nothing yet. Hello? I don't know if we're live yet, and this is from...
Everything.
No, I just switched it to multi-stream, so... And the iPad is behind you.
Well, I can put this up over here.
Yeah, I was gonna look for the comments if we get any on Twitch. I was just gonna load Twitch.
Let's take this. Turn off this audio.
But my screen doesn't want to load. Hello? Give me that. I don't know if it's even...
Yeah.
Is it?
No, it's not running there. It has an error on Twitch.
Okay. Then I'll go over there and put a comment on it to go to the YouTube channel. Because it wouldn't let me untoggle it.
It doesn't show you live over here either. Alright, maybe we're looking right at it. Never mind.
Maybe,
I'm
here,
blind.
take your glasses off and put mine on and see if you can see anything. You'd probably not be able to see anything with my glasses, because you'll put them on and realize I don't really need glasses. I use them for distance, for the astigmatism.
There you go. Is this...
All the loveliness.
That? There it is.
Oh yeah, you can admin the chat. Hey Casey,
Hello.
we're trying to get things set up, so I've got it wouldn't let me untoggle the stream stuff for.
Uh-oh.
I bet you that's the monitor.
That probably is.
Thank you.
Is it a monitor? It is. It's just as big.
I got your present. Ta-da. What are you doing? Put your hands up. Plus, I'm armed.
That's not a knife.
Do you really want to go there?
You never watched LMD?
It's a box in a box. How awesome is that? Here, have a box. Let me get rid of this one. No, you put it back here. Oh. All right. Oh, are you gonna
We've
hold
become
it?
a unboxing channel.
Where? Hello?
Something loose.
Right? No, Mike. I need no stinking directions. Oh, I broke it already.
Okay.
Oh, it did. It came with its own HDMI cable. How awesome is that? But I mean, that setup already has one over there, so. Oh, look, there's an idiot instruction on how to turn it on and off. Okay. Let me put this here. Wait a minute.
There's probably another piece missing.
Yeah, there's like a little platform piece that it's not going to be under there.
Nope.
So where the hello? Oh.
You threw it when you were throwing stuff.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Ta-da! Ta-da! Ta-da!
We've just become distracted with a unboxing here. Sorry about that.
I ain't sorry about it.
Well, yeah, you're not. What was that about, cats?
I have none.
Oh, I already have some. A little. There you go.
Let's get a little.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You got it. Just slide it in. Wait, you gotta pull the screw up. Screw's stuck. There you go.
Don't cushion. You do know what that means, right? Don't cushion?
I
It
do.
means okay. You should be saying bitteschön back, but you know.
I don't know the reply to it, but I know the song.
Oh, Dankeschön is thank you, and bitteschön is you're welcome. Okay.
Bitteschön?
Bitteschön.
Bitteschön? Bitteschön?
I mean, most people just say bitteschön, but you know. Okay, grab the power thingy and lift it up over the chair for me.
Go for it.
Okay. I'm just gonna toss it over the thing. I'll plug it in. I'll plug it in after. Haven't asked.
There you go.
Alright, here. Box of goodies.
Thank you.
Where my skizzers go?
I don't know.
They were. Hello? Did I lose them? They were.
Were they on the floor?
I don't
You
know.
started lobbing things.
Are you making derogatory remarks about how I toss shit?
No, I'm just saying.
Are they in here maybe?
No.
I just don't want to step on them or sit down on them or what. Oh, I see them. They threw themselves away. I guess they couldn't live with life anymore.
Pretty impressive. Yeah, took that.
Ow!
What are you doing? Why?
These are attacking me. I can't see either. There's these hairs in the way.
Yeah.
See, this is why we do shit like this live. Oh, nice unboxing, yeah. Okay, I need to put a thing up on here. Uh-oh. It's being inspected. Twitch.
Well, it's a box.
Yes.
Of course your cats are going to want to get in it.
Oh, is there one over there yet?
No. I thought you had seen one.
No, it's over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you have another box there. That's why.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
Alright.
so I got the stream chat over there done, so
Mhm.
just in case people have questions. Now that I'm finally sitting down, making sure we
Thank you.
because I've got a whole bunch of things going on the screens over here. So, okay, so the reason I just unboxed that is because that monitor was supposed to be here Friday for him to use because of the fact that I have to have 2 monitors for work. So, who are you texting? What are you doing?
I was going to text Henry.
Well, go ahead. Tell him to hop on.
I will.
Are you done yet?
No, I'm trying to figure out how to contact them. I think Discord is better.
Okay. Well, that works. It's in a box. Boopers, what you got? His eyes are so big. What are you doing? Oh, he's checking the other one out.
Yeah.
We have a CAD inspection going on over here. Oh, look, it posted that over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess I could have...
Well, it's multi-stream, so it's...
Yeah, but... oh, I guess I didn't do this. I was like, but I can't type anything over... What do I do?
I don't think it has a...
No. I don't... It's... Oh, it says read only at the top. You know, if I had, in fact, read it, I would have known.
You don't have to read instructions.
Well, I didn't read those, and I just put that together perfectly fine with no problems. It hasn't fallen off yet, has it?
Not yet.
Okay.
You got a little bit of time.
Are you saying that my handiwork is going to fall apart?
No, not at all.
Oh, I see how this is.
I'm teasing.
So you said you're sleeping in the living room tonight, huh? On the floor with cats.
Cats like me.
I know. You'd be absolutely covered. Oh, what kind of
Yep.
questions? Ooh.
Famous last words.
With her, exactly. It would be because she knows about you. Because of all those long rides to the dentist trip and home in April, I called her freaking out. I don't know how many times. Help! What'd they do to me?
Oh no. Where is? Oh, trying to figure out what the stream is. I'm staring right at it.
What
I'm
color
awake.
is your hair?
I'm awake.
Yeah. My friend Denise was asking us questions on Facebook. So I told her to come over here. What? Oh, did you get...
Henry said, "Wow, you're famous now."
I'm sure he'll know that's from me. What kind of space is that?
Huh?
What's that?
It's like, okay.
Foxy Guacamole, I guess, subscribed to me on, it's on YouTube 2 days ago. I wanted to make sure this was in a playlist just in case. Scared the hell out of me. Good thing I have a good grip on my coffee, huh?
No. He has YouTube.
Oh. Yeah, as long as he's got a regular YouTube account. Alright, so I'm trying to get the live stream on YouTube in a playlist so that it's easier for people to find. That's what I'm doing. And because we're streaming this through a third-party website to YouTube, I can't like chat back. He can because he's on. He's actually on YouTube on his laptop. Or that's not really technically a laptop, is it? It's a Mac. I wouldn't want to offend.
It is a laptop.
But it's a Mac.
Laptop.
But it's a Mac. I don't want to.
There's
Hurt its delicate sensibilities.
There's Windows laptops and Mac laptops.
Yes, but it's a.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a PowerBook.
A PowerBook?
Yes.
Oh, we're getting real fancy over here, man.
Oh, actually, don't even use that word anymore. It's now MacBook Pro.
Oh, is that what that is? I don't know the difference between them, so I wouldn't. This is really the first time this is the first time I've seen one ever in real life. The last time I looked at an Apple that was not like this thing was the ones that had the big boxy monitors, and it was like $19.95. Ooh, what's that?
He's just showing me the screenshot where you actually have to have a channel on YouTube before you can chat. You can't just have a YouTube account.
Oh. Well, then, Henry, just ask us the questions through Discord and we'll answer them. I mean.
There you go. That works.
And since we're live and he's watching, then that just makes more sense. I'm trying to get to the there we go. That's what I was looking for. I was trying to find the control room so I have access to the chat. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the intro now that we are the 15 minutes into this. Hey guys, I am Rebecca Oberstadt. Welcome to my channel. This is Jason.
Hello.
We are doing a live Q&A. I am not really a normal YouTuber. So yeah, I'm not gonna, I mean, if you guys want to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the other lovely, fun stuff that YouTubers usually ask you to do, then feel free. I'm not one of those pushy people, so and I actually find a lot of that stuff really annoying. So you can do it if you want, or you can not do it. Can't say, hi Phil! It's my phone. Philip! I just read the rest of your comment. That derogatory comments about my PC will not be tolerated here, sir. Which, by the way, I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday, so when are we gaming? Because I can't game after 5 o'clock unless you want to wait up till 2:30, but I doubt you want to wait up until 2:30 to get into Elder Scrolls or Overwatch. Okay, we have a question in here from Jason's son. It says, what's both of yours favorite Strawberry Shortcake original TV version character?
Uh-oh.
I actually still have my little golden book things from my era when I used to watch Strawberry Shortcake. I even had the figurines. But if I was to try and remember one of the names from 30 plus years ago, I can't. But I had nightgowns with it. I had bedding with it. I had an entire outfit with it. I had socks with the Strawberry Shortcake on it.
All I know is the
It's a cute
Strawberry
little
Shortcake.
Yeah, Strawberry Shortcake. It was kind of like mushroom type houses, kind of like the Smurf Village design kind of thing. She had like pink hair, white dress, a little ruffle on the bottom. It was.
I'm clueless.
Okay, let's pull up our friend Google here. Since you didn't know who the Disney's Gummy Bears thing was last night.
No, I recognize the art, but nothing else.
Well, that is true, Philip. I would have to agree that most real work gets done on an Apple, because maybe you guys won't have the issues that I have with my system crashing, not loading, giving me lovely hateful error messages. That's definitely not what I was Googling. Okay, let's narrow this down.
Cartoon. There you go.
Yeah, I realized that. Hello? Oh, there we go. 2003. No. This came out before that. Because I read all the books.
Well, Henry's saying the old version is the best, so probably this new version is not very popular.
Okay, here we go. 80s. Well, no, wait, that's My Little Ponies. 2010, 2007, 2016. It's not showing me any of the other stuff, but anyways, let's see. All I remember is that I had a white dress with a red ruffle around the bottom of it, designed after the clothing. These don't look right at all.
Yeah, it's the new ones.
She had pink hair when I was a kid, not red. I do believe it was pink.
The book version has the best.
Yeah, I grew up on the book version. See, look. See, doesn't that look like Smurf stuff there?
Yeah, that is a Smurf.
No, this is from Strawberry Shortcake.
I know, but I'm saying the model, that's exactly a Smurf.
That's what I was telling you. It was like the Smurfs Village kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Strawberry Shortcake stuff I'm looking at here does not look... Let me see. Oh, There was 2 options, original and old. I'm not quite sure I like the other title. There she is.
That's the main character, isn't
This is the one that from when I grew up though. This is what she looked like.
That's the art I remember seeing.
Yeah. I guess she does have red hair. Could have swore it was like pink.
Depending how old the book is, could have faded.
She don't have nothing to ask. I guess I didn't want to talk to them either. I mean, you call me and you only let it ring once. Okay, so now we're spending all this time looking at this stuff because, what's this? Oh, I guess it compares the old.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's what I just
Yeah,
pulled
the one on
that up.
top was the one that got pulled up.
Yep, that's what I was looking at. Thank you for that, Henry. So it was like 30 years ago when I read any of those books, and I do still believe I have my Strawberry Shortcake books. But Jason and I were just talking about like old shows that we grew up on actually last night. Look, I have chat now. Ta-da. Oh, I can do this too.
Don't know what that does.
Well, when a plugin's not stopping it. Stop that. See what it says?
Oh.
So I can do that from here.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we had some people leave. I left posts on the community tab for people to ask us questions. I have ideas for her in this video. I'm dyeing her hair this. All right. Dyeing her hair in this video.
That's another one of the.
I'm looking at Schneider. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
She's talking about your hair.
No. It says, hey, I have ideas for her in this video. Dyeing her hair in this video. We're not dyeing my hair in this video. Or even this year. Because my hair is virgin. It's probably spam, but...
Yeah, it is spam.
Whatever. It's a comment. So we had some questions on the Q&A that I put up on the community tab. My friend Michelle had posted some. I had one on Twitter, which thankfully you commented on last night, so I can now pull it back up faster. Oh, gee, look, weren't we just talking about him?
Prince?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Coloring your hair in this video. No, I am not coloring my hair. Not in this video, and certainly not this year or next. So, denied. Something went wrong. I broke Twitter. So we're going to go ahead and start with some of the screenshots that we have. I have to agree, Henry, they are not the same. Okay, so one of the questions is, it says, do you think that one day you will visit Jason in New York? And believe it or not, I'm actually kind of scared to go to New York.
Why?
Because my aunt, when she went there for a nursing convention back in the 90s, she almost got mugged coming out of one of the convention thingies there. And she had to fight off a guy trying to snatch her purse. I'm afraid I'll just stab somebody to death in New York trying to steal my shit.
Well, that convention area is a lot better than it used to be.
So
now it's all Disneyfied.
So it's not as bad as it used. I mean,
No,
she literally,
it's
they
just
had been there for
90s
some
was
big
terrible.
nursing convention, and she walked out. She was with a group of other nurses, and she had her purse over crossways, and they grabbed her purse, and they tried to yank it. And she's tall like I am, and so she grabbed that purse, and she yanked them back, and she started going to town on them. Steal my purse, motherfucker. I'm gonna beat your ass for it. So, yeah, I would love to. We've already talked about it. Henry, how do you feel about me coming to New York? Since you guys can't see what Henry's writing, it's on the laptop here. I will verbally ask it.
I think he's listening. So
I know. I'm waiting to see a reply.
he said he was working on art, so he has his
Well,
plan.
he can listen and art at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of us can multitask.
Yes.
Sometimes not very well, but you know, it's still a thing. Oh, somebody has a question about how long we've been together. Yes. Wait. Yes, you can comment. Hi. Okay, so Henry, since you just popped into chat, would you be okay with me coming to New York?
I don't know how long the.
See, he's only half listening. See, this is what happens when you multitask.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to Millie's question here in just a second. I can barely read some of that stuff. It's so blurry. Hang on. Let me put my nerd on. You definitely have to go. New York City's the bomb, and it's not as dangerous. I don't know. I'm super nervous. So if I come to New York for a week, are you also going to help show me around and stuff? Take me to all the cool places. There was this I don't know if it was like the metro station or what you guys call it up there. It has like all this beautiful architecture and stuff in it. I want to go there just so I can see
that's
it.
Grand Central.
Yeah, I want to see that.
It's the most famous of the stations.
I'm sure they get tourists there, don't they?
Hmm?
They probably get tourists
Oh,
there.
they get a ton of tourists there.
All right. So Henry said it's okay, so that works. Do I have to bring recipes with me? Oh, can I play with your KitchenAid mixer, stand mixer while I'm there? I've always wanted one. I've never had one. It's your fault I know about it.
Well, we had a conversation. I don't know why we were talking about it, but
Yeah, you said something about while you're here, and Henry and you can
Oh,
play with
yeah.
a stand mixer.
yes, because you both bake.
Well, I will let him answer that. Millie asked, is it New York or the city? The city is fun. Oh, I'd love to go to the Botanical Gardens. Okay, so is it New York or the city? I mean, that's your location, so I technically don't know if there's a difference.
Well, it's Brooklyn that I live in.
Is that
So we're right next to the city, Manhattan.
so? It's city, but city-esque, a city adjacent, city near.
I'm not gonna be.
I'm from Florida, so I don't know where. I've been to New York once, and it was 1999. We flew in to Islip, picked up a vehicle, stayed for 3 hours, and then drove back to Florida. So that was my extent in New York. I have never really done anything there, and that was 2 decades ago. So okay, so Millie asked, how long have y'all been together? So we actually, I'm not one to keep dates. Just to warn y'all now, I don't remember dates or anniversaries. My friend had a birthday yesterday, and I wasn't on social media most of the day, and I absolutely forgot it was his birthday. And if my iPad or my phone, I think we figured it out. You have to go up here and go to, oh no wait, is that your profile or mine? Okay, scroll down and click me.
Okay.
Go to the little 3 dots and then see friendship. And if you scroll all the way down the bottom, it should tell you. Or not.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh yeah, he's in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Yeah, we're working on that one right now. Okay, so I started playing Warframe, and that would probably be easier if I pull up. Would it be easier if I pull up Warframe? I posted that screenshot. I don't remember.
About
I
a
am
year and a half.
really horrible with dates. I started playing Warframe in 2019. My dad bought it, I got it, and then my dad bought me a like set of something from Mother's Day that year, and I met Jason like the week I got that expansion or that package or whatever in game was when I met Jason, because I was finally high enough level with my character that I could go to a specific map location. He was in one of the towns there. That's how I ran into him. I'm trying to pull up my Steam. It probably won't tell you.
No.
Alright, so where is Warframe? It should be up here as recent because we just flippin' played it. There it is. It says we haven't been on Warframe since May. We were just on it yesterday.
Guess so.
I guess Steam is still asleep because last time I checked it was June. But yeah, I'm really bad at keeping dates. I don't like remember anniversaries or birthdays, or I mean, I know the general month or about when. Oh, that might explain why. It says I'm not installed. Let's see.
Did you use Epic to sign in or something?
I don't think so. I mean, I have the Warframe launcher, so I mean, oh, I bet you that's what it was. Because I also installed it from Epic, but I didn't download it from Epic, so I don't know. It doesn't matter. I just need to have it find the. Okay, stop that. That's really bad. It's like tripping my eyes out. All right, we're opening achievements, so that way I can give you a date of like the first time I got an achievement for something, because that will give me a more accurate date. Those are 2019. Let me go back up here.
March 2019?
Yeah, March 26, 2019, April 6, May 26, and Mother's Day would have been what, May 9th, May 10th?
Mm-hmm.
So it was either April or May of 2019 is when I met him.
It's probably around May.
Oh, yeah. Casey said something about the prices in Brooklyn being less expensive, and
Yeah.
you just replied that they're going up. Yeah, unfortunately. So, yeah, I mean, we kind of tried to deduce it ourselves because I knew we would have questions as to, like, when we met or when we started, like, talking, because honestly, we didn't even know. We couldn't remember if it was 2018 or 2019. So, we'll just stick with 2019. That sound good?
Yeah,
Okay.
that works.
We didn't like make it Facebook official. That I can look at. I still think that's kind of awesome.
That doesn't tell you when.
Yeah,
You would have to scroll down and find the post.
Just give me a moment.
Okay, go for it.
It's a hurry up and wait thing. Remember, Bob? What are you yelling for?
Is that way?
No, he's in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
He's probably talking to. See.
Oh, there you go.
See.
April 27th.
Okay, so we didn't start talking more like than just friends until like late last year. And then he made it Facebook official April, what was that date again?
27th.
April 27th of this year. So hopefully that answers that question about how long we've been together. To be honest, it really doesn't matter because I don't talk, like, if somebody hits on me when I'm in a game or whatever, I so easily just tell them to get fucked. Because as soon as they realize I'm female, and I don't have no makeup on, nothing, this is, I mean, we woke up, I set the alarm for 11:30. We were still awake at 8 o'clock this morning. Or was it 8 yeah, 8 o'clock, 8:30, something like that. We were still awake because I didn't get off work until after 3 this morning. So I worked until 3:15, 3:18 this morning.
Yeah.
I wrote it down. See, again, I'm really bad with like dates and stuff. If I don't write shit down, I can't tell you. Last chat ended at 3:16, and then I clocked out soon after that. So yeah, I was working until. How do I get my Citrix? Hang on, it's a work thing. You have to call tech support to get them to unlock it. Do you need that number? Somebody's locked out of the work, which means they probably need to be in at 1, which means I probably need to find that phone number just in case, because oh. My friend Kayana just pulled it up and gave it to her anyways. So that was serendipitous. Yeah. All right, I can't. Oh, Henry, I have a post on my Facebook page that you are absolutely going to laugh your butt off about. Because I still snicker at it. I'll have your dad send it to you. All right, so nice long vlog. Oh yeah, I would definitely. We haven't done a whole lot. So just to get off of questions for a minute, since Jason got here, I was working Friday when he got here. So Friday I was still in training for my job, which started technically yesterday. So, and I had very little sleep. I have a lot of health problems, and there goes my voice. So, hey, stop tearing up the furniture, asshole! You don't hear it? Rip. You don't hear that.
Oh yeah, I hear it.
Fuckers. Apologize for anybody wearing headphones. So, the people that I was in training with, we have like a group text. Oh, I touched it. We have a group text that just in case anybody needs help or whatever, we can help each other. So I was in training for 3 weeks for a new job. And then, the Friday that I was doing that, I was still in like my final like training stuff. So I was live chatting with customers. I was helping out. What?
Henry had headphones on when you screamed.
Oh. Suck it up, Buttercup. you know I have a mouth. I mean, he should know that by now when he's talking to you that I yell and say, "Hi, Henry." Rip my ears. LOL. My dog just went. If you need me to yell at your dogs for you or get them to stop, then I'll be more than happy to yell again. I love it when I'm live streaming and I do the hear kitty kitty thing, and anybody with a cat in the room is like, "What? Hear kitty kitty?" So it's very stressful, Casey. I'll get into that in a second. So Friday when he came, he didn't, what was it, 6:30, 7 o'clock when you got it? Was after, I went on lunch, and then at 6:30, and by the time I got back from lunch, they weren't here yet, so it was an hour. So shortly after I came back from lunch in training, my dad got here with him. So I had like this whole thing planned out in my head that I was going to go run out and tackle him and, give him a hug and all that kind of stuff. Of course, that didn't work because I had 2 chats going on at one time. So I didn't have the opportunity to go and manhandle him in the garage. So I worked until 11 o'clock, but I had like a coaching. What time was that? 9? Oh, no, wait. My entire system went down. And we were supposed to go on break. My entire system crashed. And so I had to reboot my system. But I had a coaching. Oh, I think I wrote that down, didn't I? My eBay thing. Because I wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here it is. Citrix crashed. And then coaching. Okay, so it was between 8 and 10 because my machine crashed, or I should say the system crashed for me, and then I did my counseling, and then I went back into a chat after that. So I have like the chat I did before all that stuff happened, and then the chat I have after that, which was at 10 o'clock my time. So after I was freaking out because I didn't know you have to do like so many things in order to like pass the training before you can move on to production. And so I was still in the training thing, and they pulled me out of training to do like a one-on-one kind of like, here's how you're doing kind of thing. But when you hear coaching, you're like, oh Lord, I'm in trouble. I'm going to the principal's office. Dad's mad kind of thing. You know, mom's in the kitchen with the wooden spoon ready to beat my ass for something I did. That's how I feel when I hear that word. So it's like I felt like I was in trouble, and I was super nervous and really stressed out. Like I literally had to go stand outside and like shake it off a little bit because I was like way stressed. And I had been like Uber cleaning for like 2 weeks because there's like the houses that I live in, for those of you that don't know, is a huge house. It's what they call a ranch style house. So there's like 2 sides to it, and it's really long. So it's a lot to clean, and I'm the only one that does anything here. So I'm the one that, we've got 6 cats and a dog, and there's a lot of space to clean. And so I went through, I was in the Uber cleaning mode one day, and I like rearranged half my bedroom by myself, furniture and all. I even moved the bookcase with the books on it. So
That you could have waited until I got here.
but no, because then I wouldn't have been able to clean behind it and move the thing and put the TV on top. And I mean, I could have just taken the books off, and it would have made it a whole lot lighter. But again, yeah, I was like in the zone. So I overdid things, and with my health, and I was like super stressed out with the training and going into pre-production training that last week. I was barely getting any sleep. So Saturday we were supposed to go and do fun stuff, and we slept a little later. We didn't actually leave the house until after like noon, and then we went and did some errands and stuff. But about halfway through our outing, I ran out of gas and got really sick, and had to sit down in Target for a while because I literally had just run out of gas. So that's the other thing I'm like nervous about going to New York, because it's a lot of walking, and if I can barely go out to 2 or 3 places without, you know, feeling lightheaded and my legs are weak and I'm nauseous and feel like I'm going to pass out kind of thing. I mean, I look normal to everybody else, and people that don't realize that I have a lot of health problems don't realize that I have a lot of health problems until you really see me in person. I just look normal to everybody else. You don't realize all the stuff that I go through and the high amounts of pain that I tolerate with every day. And so again, going back to that New York thing, I'm like super nervous to go. I want to go, but yeah. So Saturday we didn't do a whole lot, and then Sunday we were going to go to the Springs, meet up with some friends, and her friend had a medical emergency at like 6:30 in the morning, so we ended up staying up until like 9 in the morning talking and whatnot, and then we ended up going to bed, and then what was it, 3 yesterday when I got up, or was that Saturday?
Something
It was
like that,
3.
yeah.
One of the days I woke up at like 3, and he was already up, but yeah, that had to have been yesterday, because I woke up and you weren't in bed, and the cat was gone. So, it was one of those days. Again, I'm really bad with like dates and remembering crap, and so yesterday was my first day like actually on the production floor at like 5:30. Well, I will probably also have to bring my back brace, my leg brace, and my cane with me if I come, you know, when I come to New York, because I'm going to need that assistance. Because, I mean, as Jason knows, when I'm in a lot of pain, you can literally just take me and crumple me up in a ball and set me somewhere, and I'm perfectly okay. But like,
Well, we can organize it so that you're not walking the whole time. There's ways, especially if we do like the museum or botanical garden, we can go and sit down.
botanical
travel.
gardens would be awesome.
do a picnic thing and
Yeah,
travel
I
around.
do. I do look healthy, Casey.
I
That's
can tailor
the
the
problem.
trip today,
Well, I have my Birkenstocks, so I would be okay on my feet. It's not my feet.
but
that's
it's your back.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh, we froze. We froze for a second. How does Jason like Florida?
I like Florida. I've been down here before. Although I think I was further south.
No, you were like
Fort
Miami.
Lauderdale.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like 3 or 4 hours south of here.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot hotter down there than it
Oh,
is
yeah.
here. Mm-hmm. I can read it, but it's blurry.
Yeah.
All right, another question is, I have another question from Henry. How has it been to meet in person? Has it been super different or exactly what you expected? We have actually talked about that. That was like one of the first things. That's why we stay up all night talking. Well, thank you, Henry. I appreciate that. As far as like meeting in person, I've always tried to be as authentic on camera as possible. So literally what you see for the most part here is how I am in real life. Except for on camera, I'm a little bit more laid back, a little bit more calm, a little bit more reserved. But in person, I will let you answer that part of the question.
Well, you were pretty much exactly what I expected. We spent so much time talking on the phone.
Hours.
Or, yes.
Like 6 hours will go by and be like, hey, my phone's dead.
Twice.
Or it's like, oh, my phone's yelling at me, I'm at 20%.
Yeah, so you were exactly what I expected. Although the way you were talking about, oh, in my heels, I'm going to be as tall as you.
Oh,
You
that's...
made it sound like you were much
yeah,
taller
let me
than...
go get a pair of shoes. I will be right back. You can ask him stuff. I'm going to go get a pair of shoes. I want you to see how tall he is. Now, I'm usually 6'1" with shoes on. And that's after, like, I have scoliosis really bad. I have 2.5 extra vertebrae on my back, so it causes a lot of curvature, and I've been in a lot of pain lately. So when I have an adjustment, I'm usually between 9 and a quarter and 9.5 feet tall. 5'9" and a half. I forgot the 5 in there. So with heels on, I'm usually like 6 foot, 6'1". But the problem is that I'm here. I was thinking he was like 6'2". He is not 6'2". I do not believe he's 6'2". I believe he's taller than that.
6'3".
But I'm gonna go get my shoes and put them on and come out, and we'll stand back here so you guys can see us stand next to each other with me with shoes on, and then I'll take the shoes off so you can see the height difference. But like, I'm literally half of him, and I'm tall. Like, he makes me feel short, which is not a bad thing. But I've 9 feet tall. Yeah, right. My attitude's about 9 feet tall. We'll talk to them. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I was going to answer the Florida one, which no, this is not my first time in Florida. I've been down here before. I've been down to Disney World. Henry has grandparents down here, so I've been down to, I think it's the Fort Lauderdale area, kind of down further south in Florida. Let's see. What's another question? What do we both have in common?
Video games.
Well, yes, video games. But, I don't know, we both have a sense of humor. We don't take things too serious.
My sense of humor is broken.
No, not really.
No, my sense of humor is warped. There's a difference.
That's alright. Oh, you found some taller heels.
No, these were on the shelf. I just didn't feel like dragging them out the other day. All right, stand your happy ass up over there behind the cat.
Where's the cat at?
He's right behind you as per
usual.
Yeah. Okay, so he is barefoot, and I'm in heels.
Yeah.
I told you I'm tall, but like standing next to him, I'm not as tall. Let me undo one. Don't go nowhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, so this is me with a shoe on. Again, I took the other one off. okay? Here's me without it. So this gives you an idea of just how tall he is next to me. So no shoe, barefoot, shoe.
It's a little different.
Yeah. I mean, I'm closer, but I'm not quite as tall.
Yeah.
But I did tell you that I'm still tall with shoes on. And these have a little bit of a lift on them. They're like miniature platform shoes. I'll show them to you guys. I think these are a 6-inch or a 5-inch heel. So here's the shoes I just had on. Yes.
There you go.
These are 5-inch. I have some shoes that are taller than this, but yeah. I wore these for graduation and then fell down the stairs. Excuse me, I fell up the stairs. There's a difference. And yes, it is possible to fall up the stairs.
Oh, I've done that.
I've done that
Too
many times. I mean, walking, I mean, we went through Target and I don't know how many things I kicked, tripped over, walked into, ran over. Uh-oh, Twitter's still broken. So, yeah. Yeah, they are really cute. They're actually, I have little like metatarsal pads in the front. And if you don't know what a metatarsal pad is, I can explain that to you. But yeah, they've got little like cushions in the toe area, so you're not putting a whole lot of weight on your toes. Because those are pretty tall. No, they're actually not. I mean, I wore them for 4 or 5 hours for my master's degree graduation, so they're not as uncomfortable as they look, I promise. Oh, there was a comment that was hidden. Did you not see it?
No, it doesn't show up on mine for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah, I looked at it and
No, that's fine. Alright, what did I miss? Healthy. 9 feet tall. 5'2". I wouldn't. My dad is 5'4", and he like comes up to like here on me. So yeah, I don't know. I've never been short. When I was like 5 and 6, I was already 5 foot tall. So I had never really experienced the whole short thing. I mean, I got kicked out of gymnastics for being too tall at like 7. Oh, Casey asked something, but you were waiting on me.
oh, this one.
What is the most important things that you have in common?
That's where you started yelling about games.
Oh, yeah. All I heard was in common. That's why I started yelling games.
Oh.
What'd you answer?
I said the same thing. Games.
Oh, yeah.
And,
our
but
games.
most important thing, well, that's what I said, the sense of humor.
Well, we have. See if I can put this a tactful way. It's going to take me a minute to get there. Am I taller than Henry?
With the heels on.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, no.
Neener, Henry. He said with heels on, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's one thing, Casey. Yes, we're both very open-minded. What? I hate girls. It was comfortable. It was easy to put on. I threw it on. It was a dress. Okay, that's why I usually wear. What's this? Oh, it's the thing you hang it up with. Ugh, I hate being a girl. Shut up. Don't say nothing.
Funny.
Don't make me. Well, don't be with my hair. I don't know why they do some of the weird shit. Like, what is this? What am I supposed to do with this? Am I supposed to tie it in a bow? Then my hair's gonna get stuck in it.
It's frilly. Or.
Frou, bullcrap, girly. Anyways, but I don't have to wear a bra with it. So anytime I don't have to wear a bra with something, that's a bonus in my book. I fucking hate wearing bras. It's a lot of things because we're both open-minded.
Yeah.
Neither of us really kind of put up. Probably just thinking that. What the fuck is she
making
on? There's like little
It's
fruit.
catching.
There's like little fruit flies in the house, and I'll sit here at night, and he'll look over, and I'll be going. Because this is it's electrified, so it's electric like tennis racket things. He's like, it's like, I'm just committing murder, leave me alone. It's a lot of open-minded stuff, being accepting of other people for who they are, what they are, their walk of life, that kind of thing. That was like huge in my point, like my point of view for because I've been single. What was it? I said 24. Yeah, October of 2014 was the last time I was with anybody. And when you spend time with somebody, whether it's on the phone or whatever, you find out what their priorities are like, and then, oh no, this dress is beautiful. I love it. I just don't understand this thing over here tickling me in the armpit. But in some of my past relationship things, it's been difficult because being with somebody that isn't as like-minded as you can be really hard, and all you want to do is rip your hair out, because also dealing with stupid people makes my head hurt. And we have a way that we communicate where he kind of keeps up with me, because I'm ADHD really bad and I have extreme squirrel moments. So I start off here and end up way over here, or the other direction, whichever way I start off. So he can keep up. So we start off on one topic, and then it was like, oh, and then we start talking about something else, and we start talking about something else, and then we ended up circling back to that first thing. And having somebody be able to keep up with me like that is nice. And also, like I said, having similar goals and being accepting of people for who they are, I think is my biggest thing. And then the video games, that was like number one. Like, I couldn't be with somebody that wasn't a gamer. Like, never again. No. Ever. I mean, there's a lot of other things though. But I mean, those are like the main, like, core things, is like who he is as a person, how he keeps up with me, the fact that he challenges me. There's occasions when he actually knows things I don't know, which is, I always still find shocking. When I tell him something, he's like, oh, I already knew that. Did you know this? And then I'm like, what? So we have those moments too. He is a little older than I am, so the generation gap is not very extensive, but we kind of grew up in the same era. So a lot of the things I grew up with, he grew up with, even though he was a little bit ahead of me in doing some of the things. So we had a lot of that in common as well. Music interest is pretty similar. Tastes in like movies and books and oops.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm
no,
good.
the dress is fine.
Yeah. Oh well, it's because my knees are up. No, the dress is actually. It's quite long. It comes down past my knees. And I usually. Hello? Those are my feet you're trying to get, boy. He's over here.
Yes, there's a cat laid out behind us,
Yeah,
right up
I'm
behind the chair.
gonna snag him here in just a second so they.
Nobody's terrified I'm going to roll back. I always have to do a double check to make sure.
I've run over him I don't know how many times. He doesn't
No.
complain. I promise.
Well, I'm a lot heavier, so I don't want to squish him.
You just rip his hair out like I do.
No.
And he gets up and
He's
moves.
all right.
He's a good baby. Anyways, this is Bubby. Bubby, you gonna say hello? Or you just gonna lay there and purr?
He's just going to lay there, purr, be perfectly happy.
He's like, I'm chillaxing, man.
He's looking at me like, where's your hand, please? I need more pets. There you go. Now he's perfectly happy.
He's buzzing. He's got the lovey look on his face. Okay, I'll put you back. But I'm gonna put you down over here. Ah, don't you jump. I'm not gonna drop you, I promise. See? I'm gonna put you down nice and gentle. Yeah, I've been gaming since the mid-'80s. And I actually showed him the Amiga 2000.
Will I get in my games? Oh. ages before.
All right, let's see.
Well, probably the 70s. Although back then it was Dungeons and Dragons that I got into.
Yeah, we did
The
D&D when I
tabletop.
was a kid. Yeah.
And then eventually, as computers started coming along, I started getting into those. I started writing games at first. And then eventually game consoles and the rest of that started popping up.
I disturbed it and went and got in the box.
So I have a long gaming career.
You're looking at me.
Huh?
Why are you looking at me?
I'm looking at that screen, which I'm trying to bring up.
Oh. It's thinking about it. That's one of the screenshots I took for the questions.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're trying to bring up the other questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there's like 13 questions I think total that we were supposed to answer. So I figured we ought to hit them all. And because we started a little bit late, I think Twitter's broke. What happened to Twitter?
Oh, but I think with me it was also that you're, like you said, you're very open. You're very accepting.
Yeah, don't ask me
And-
something unless you want the answer. Like honestly, I have
Oh, yeah.
no problem telling you nothing. Especially where to go and how to get there. When it all started, probably when he was a kid. The D&D stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's still.
Well, I think Casey's talking about the computer games when I had to write my own stuff before eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I had an Atari first, and then we had the Commodore, and then we upgraded to the Amiga. So the real computer things, because they were so expensive back in the day. That I don't think they came out until 83, 85.
Yep. They had this Sinclair 1000, so I basically had to build a program inside of the equivalent of 4 tweets to make it do anything.
Lord. Talking about some binary back then, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to figure out how I can explain without getting into all types of techno jargon.
Oh.
But I think 4 tweets is kind of gives you an idea of.
Well, Casey, I don't know how old you
Tiny.
are, but you're not like a kid, so I mean you should know what binary is. I mean, I don't know exactly how old you are, but I didn't figure that you would be.
Oh, the Super NES.
I don't even know what that is.
The Super Nintendo, it was
Was it the white one or the gray one? Well, I guess the
it
other
was
one was kind of
it was
cream.
square gray one, I think. Or is that the purple one? I get confused by the ones back then.
I've never had a console because when I was a kid, the Nintendos were like this big, and they had the big cartridges in them, and you had to blow on them. That were like a beigey color, and then they came out with another one later on that was more advanced that was like gray. But I've never played console.
Henry, you're around me all the time, so you're gonna know what binary is. And also, you did a programming class.
Yeah, ones and zeros, man, ones and zeros.
Yeah.
Oh, never apologize for speaking another language ever. I speak bits and pieces of 7.
Yeah, it is the grayish one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, when I was young, it was like the cream colored one, and then they came out with the gray one. So. I think the only time I've ever played it was Zelda, and it was the one that was the gold edition. That's all I remember. And if that tells you how long ago that was.
I think it's the only game I haven't played. Any of the Zeldas.
Really? That's the only game I've ever played on a Nintendo. I have a Nintendo DS
Adventure.
Lite, which is the little handheld thing. But other than that, I've never played a Nintendo besides that Zelda game. Yeah, the Commodores were all MS-DOS based, so I mean, a lot of the code was written in binary, and that was, you figure, would they start rolling out the Microsoft certifications in 92, 82, 83?
Maybe 80s.
Yeah.
When they started popping up.
When my dad was working at Disney, he was working on his Microsoft certification. So back then,
Well, I'll have to try that one.
Breath of the Wild.
That's another Zelda.
I haven't. Yeah,
It's like
it's been like
open
ages
world,
since I played
or
it.
it's just like a huge map of stuff to do.
Yeah, we were talking about Castlevania not that long ago.
Yeah. Only because of the TV series.
Yeah. Okay, so getting back to some of the questions that I had before, because if not, I have, again, squirrel brain and I get sidetracked. So, Casey, you asked about gamer stuff in the questions, so we're just kind of going to bypass that because we just talked about that. My friend Michelle asked, as things open up more over the coming months, do you think you'll visit each other more frequently? And
yeah, I think so.
yeah, I do believe. And now knowing what the prices are like and the lead times and whatnot for flights, and the fact that getting on an airplane and flying to New York is faster and cheaper than taking like a Greyhound or an Amtrak. So, open world. The Zelda thing was open world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we would definitely be traveling back and forth more often until we can work out other details. Because it is about 1,500 to 1,800 mile difference between New York and Florida. And even though we're in the same time zone and stuff, he works during the day and now I'm working at night. So our schedules are like opposite. So there's like half an hour during the day in which he's not working and I'm not working. And then of course I work until like 2:30 and then I'm going to be going to bed and then he's going to be getting up at like 8 something. So it's going to be a whole lot of like missing each other, not being able to, he's going to end up probably calling me while I'm working. And then there's going to be in between me figuring stuff out there, we're going to be talking on the phone or while I'm working or whatever. Like breaks, every time I take a break, we're going to be calling each other on lunch. And I mean, now that I'm working, it's going to be a little harder to spend 6 hours on the phone like we usually do.
You have to get all the talking in now, so you have shorter ones.
We will never run out of things to talk about.
That's true.
If we do, there's a problem. We spend hours talking about everything. So, I mean, it's like, again, we start off on one topic and we just continue moving until
we've exhausted everything.
Yeah.
Well, no, we get exhausted.
No, we get exhausted and
we don't exhaust
or
everything.
if somebody falls asleep. Somebody falls asleep, and I hear that breath pattern of the sleeping person. And then I'm like, okay, I'll shut up. And he's like, huh? Ooh, what? Huh? I'm like, never mind, you were asleep. Go back to sleep. Huh? Okay. So, oh, hang on. Michelle's on lunch.
I can't tell him about the stream.
I sent her a text earlier so that she knew we were going on live. That was my friend that we just answered her questions. So she's working. Her work schedule's also backwards from mine, so it's hard to keep track of people. All right. The other question is: you're open-minded, often ironic, always honest, a critical spirit. Is Jason the same?
I don't know. You tell me. What do you think?
I'd say yes. And if he wasn't a lot of that, I don't think he would be sitting here right now. Actually, no, I could retract that. I know for a fact he would not be sitting here right now if he was not all of those, or at least a little of all of those. Because I'm old, I'm set in my ways, I'm determined, I have a mouth, and most people will not put up with me. I'm very like straightforward when I say something, I mean it. And I'm not wishy-washy about things. I do not sugarcoat anything. If you ask me, I will tell you. And there's very few topics that I will not discuss. So I usually scare people off. They get to know me and then they realize all of the horrible shit that I've been through in my life. They're like, I ain't touching that. So there's a lot of that goes on, and I have to keep that in mind, that he is excruciatingly open-minded about things and has had some similar experiences to me, which makes things a little bit easier as well, because of the fact that he can understand where I'm coming from for some things. And you know, it's nice to have somebody that you can relate to. You know, Millie, it's funny. Roxana and I kind of had a falling out, and then we kind of like fell back in with each other, and it was just a lot of like somebody behind the scenes pulling the strings, like he said, she said kind of shit, and this person is older than Jason, so should know better, is what that should be. Actually, she's almost old enough to be my mother. So there was a lot of stuff that was said behind the scenes that was like, oh, well, Roxana said this about you, and Roxana said that about you, and Roxana did this, and it just kind of got to the point where I kind of like distanced myself from things, because I do not do, like, I mean, I like watching the drama. I don't want to be in the drama. I can't do that high school he said she said bullshit anymore. I'm too old for that. And I don't ever want anybody to come to my channel and feel excluded. I mean, there are going to be people that feel excluded because I might be Republican, but I do not, like, I didn't vote for Trump, and I'm not like a staunch Republican kind of thing. I am very conservative in my beliefs for a lot of things, but I'm also not Christian. So there's also that aspect, and the majority of people that know me from the pagan communities know that I'm Republican, and they're mostly all, you know, Democratic or something that's more open-minded than a Republican. So there's always going to be somebody that's butthurt about something I say. But I mean, I'm pretty straightforward. You can take me how I am, or you can leave me, whatever. I really don't care. And, you know, hopefully that comes across to people that I'm not trying to be a bitch about it. I'm just trying to be like, look, this is my space. This is where I create things that I enjoy or that I want to do. And if you don't like it, then you bump off, man. That's how I feel. I mean, I really don't. I wish people said the things that they really wanted to say. Like I've always said, how you see me in videos is if you ring my doorbell and I go to the door. I mean, granted, I'm gonna cuss you out for coming to my house, but or maybe pull a gun on you and shoot you, one of the two, because that's a huge no in my book. I don't know why people pull up at YouTubers' houses. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know who raised these people. They're all heathens, and I'm a heathen, so, you know. Anyways, I want people to be able to like see me in person and realize that what they see on camera or in photos is the real me. I don't ever want any like misconceptions about who I am or how I feel about certain things. So yeah, Jason, I mean, he's very quiet though.
Yes.
He's an Aries, and he's this quiet. Like, Aries are very fiery people, and I'm not used to the whole, like, he'll talk when I shut up.
When you do.
Huh?
When you do.
Yes, when is the operative word here. When I shut up. Yeah, and I like to do a variety of things. I don't want to be stuck in a little box. I mean, I have no problem thinking inside the box, as Jason very well knows. And one day maybe I'll put up one of those pictures. But like, and then you guys will all understand. It's kind of like an inside thing. It's just, I like to film things that I enjoy. And if I'm not going to enjoy it, why would I film it? People can ask me, like, they started asking me to do like ranking videos. I'm like, why? Why do I want to put one eyeshadow palette against another eyeshadow palette when I like them both? But isn't one better? No, it's eyeshadow. Well, you could do the color story. Okay, I like them both. And so, it's just, it was one of those things that like they wanted me to do. Like, Jason and I talked about this, and I'm not trying to be racist here, but like, he was like, in order for you to do your live stream and stuff, we could do something that would bring in a lot of views. I was like, well, we could clickbait like most YouTubers do. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I could put, hey, come meet my black boyfriend. And he's like, maybe not that one. But it's true. That's what YouTubers do. They do shit like that. Instead of me saying, hey, come meet my other half, Jason, another YouTuber would be like, hey, come meet my long distance relationship who's also black. Like, I don't understand why they do that.
But get people to click.
I know, but like,
They gotta make it sound interesting. They have to jazz it up somehow.
if you were that boring that you have to do shit like that, then why are people watching you to begin with? I'd rather watch grass grow.
Well, that's their thing.
That's true. Alright, I have another. That was the last question on that screenshot, so I'm going to go to the next one.
Oh, there's a question up there I think we missed.
What did I. Well, hang on. I took my eyeballs off. Everything's blurry. I really need to go see the eye doctor. Lately, my eyes been twitching and everything is getting more fuzzy and. Alright, look. What was the. Gaming career. Nintendo. Computer. Zelda. Flights. Okay, North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina and it's like 12 hours driving. I hate. Yeah, from here to North Carolina would be about 12 to 14 hours. I see it up here now. This is actually bigger. I'll read it over here. My friend Amanda lives in North Carolina. So it would be like 12 to 14 hours. But from here to New York, it's like 22 hours driving. And I ride a motorcycle. My back, no. It would be so much faster to fly. Family in the Bronx and in Connecticut. Where's the Bronx compared to Brooklyn? How far away is that?
Well, Brooklyn and Queens are on the island. There's an island, Long Island.
Yeah, I've been to Long Island.
So Long Island has Queens and Brooklyn on it. If you go through Manhattan,
so where's Islip?
And you go to the main continent,
like the airport.
That's where you have the Bronx up there.
What city is closer to that airport that I flew into? Because it's actually.
You said Islip?
Islip, yeah.
Isn't Islip?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
That I think is Long Island.
Well, I know it's Long Island, but I don't know where.
Well, that would be Queens. Because Brooklyn is closer to the city, and then Queens kind of covers more of it, and then you hit Nassau and Islip and.
Okay, so it's like
I
I said, I knew it was further out
Rockaways.
towards the tip, but.
Yeah.
All right, what else did I miss?
And then there was an actual question. Oh, am I a typical city guy? Well, I grew up in Queens, so more of a suburban guy, so I'm kind of a mix. I'm perfectly comfortable in the country or the city. Because I went hiking out to like the Catskills and spent time over there and wasn't bothered by the quiet.
Yeah,
and love being out where you can see all the stars and everything else. I actually miss that.
That was one thing I asked him about. I was like, I don't know how you're going to sleep here because it's quiet. He's got sirens and traffic and noise.
Well, that's Manhattan. Manhattan's like that.
Yeah,
well,
but
not Manhattan, but
you have
the main city.
Constant noise going on, and I didn't know how he would do here because we have. Ooh, hi Mish. Wait. Oh, hello. Hi Mish. Misha. All right, since she's here, I have 2 more questions and they're from her.
Oh.
I guess I gotta put my glasses back on. Fucking things. What is one thing you feel like you've mastered and one thing you feel like you can improve on? And we actually talked about that, Michelle. I don't think I've mastered anything at all. I'm really good at a whole lot of things, but I'm not excellent at anything. Do you have anything you're excellent at?
Coding.
Yeah, coding.
Patience. Being able to talk and communicate with pretty much everybody, regardless of their religion and political and what. I have friends all over the place. Even if I don't agree with their position, I'll still be able to talk to them about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm the same way with that.
And but programming, designing games, I guess. I'm pretty confident with that stuff. I just
True.
got to publish more, but definitely got to do that. Stuff I can improve on.
I need tact lessons.
So mine, I guess I have to open up a little bit more.
Yes.
Because I, like you were talking about how I'm not the typical Aries, how I'm not crazy
at
or
all.
whatever else.
Yeah.
As a kid, when I was younger, I was much more fiery and got into trouble. And you do that often enough, eventually you kind of temper yourself into, well, I tempered myself into being
Chill.
quiet, spending more time listening. Somebody had said, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth, you should listen twice as much as you talk. And I kind of took that to heart and tried to listen and try to understand people and
That makes sense.
think about what I'm about to do before I bust my ass on something.
I
So,
just bulldoze through it and hope it all ends up, ends up well.
yeah, I still do that every once in a while. But
Improvement for me definitely would be tact. I have a way when I talk to people sometimes that they feel very insulted because I have a higher intelligent quotient than most people. I have a tendency to insult their intelligence by saying things in a way that would come across as insensitive. Yeah, Misha's kind of her give a shit broke his mind. That's probably why we get along so well. Actually, we can ask Misha a question. Hey, Michelle, when I come to New York, are you gonna come say hi? I mean, I don't know how long it is from your neck of the woods, but it shouldn't be too far of a trek to come
where
out.
is she?
She's either in Jersey or Philly. I think she lives in Philly. I don't know. I'd
It's a
have to
little
look
bit
at
of a
my
trip. It's like a
phone.
3 hour. You can take a bus down.
Yeah.
Or drive down.
I'm a Sagittarius. I can.
Talk.
Yeah.
Well, you got to post.
I
more.
watch your videos, Michelle. I sat through your entire Sims thing. And until I saw your mom, like pictures of your mom, I never could understand why you were trying to make an avatar for her. Yeah. So we could, if I come up there, fly up there, then we'll definitely have to make a trip to meet up. In
Yeah,
like
you come
person.
into the city and then do. We'll find something to do. I mean, there's plenty of stuff to do. There's a lot of museums and other stuff like that to do.
I haven't been to museums in years, but
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
we will be going to one Wednesday. Yeah, I was gonna say she lives in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought so. It was Jersey.
Oh, but she's 15 minutes outside of Philly.
Yeah,
So
and
that's
I've
the
never
far
been to
side
Philly,
of-
so. And no, I do not want a Philly cheesesteak. I do not do bell peppers, and I do not do onions. Nope, no Philly cheesesteaks here. But I do want
love
some New
Philly
York
cheesesteaks.
style. What?
Oh, cheesecake.
The pizzas. No, the cheesecake. I love New York style cheesecake, but I want New York style pizza more than the
You
cheesecake.
don't want New York style cheesecake. You want Junior's cheesecake. That's supposed to be the best in the country.
Okay.
Well, the world. So we have to try it. And their stuff is pretty good.
Casey, I try and know what I'm talking about, and if I don't know, I try and educate myself because I do not like being uninformed. And I also try not to put information out there that is incorrect. Yeah, bell peppers, they're awful, but I also have a small allergic reaction to them, so it's probably best that I don't. And I'm a Libra, Henry, but I have a Scorpio everything else, so I'm now, and I'll do cooked onions, but I don't do the crunchy onions because I have a problem with crunchy things and squishy things because I don't do mushrooms either. But yeah, I'm a Libra, but I have the whole lot of Scorpio that likes to squeak out. North Carolina, well, I would go to North Carolina for the Southern cooking. That was one thing that I need to take him to do a real traditional Southern breakfast while he's here. See, I can't do spicy peppers. They tear me up. My tummy don't like them. And yeah, onions are kind of gross. And I don't do mushrooms due to the texture. It's not the flavor that gets me, it's the texture. Well, that and the fact that most of them can kill you.
Cheesesteaks with Cheese Whiz. I've actually been up to Philly and had it there and realized the cheese whiz tastes much better than the stuff they do down in New York. They try to put cheddar or some other, and it just doesn't have
Oh.
the same consistency.
Yeah.
Probably worse for you, but it tastes so good.
True. All right. How did you and Jason meet? And was it an instant connection, or did you take a little while to develop the friendship? I will let you start with that one.
Oh.
I mean, we did touch on it earlier.
Well, we met in Warframe, a game,
Mm-hmm.
and you're so wrong for that. For the cheese whiz.
The cheese whiz thing.
Cheese whiz is awesome.
Henry.
It's terrible stuff, but
Yeah, it's awful
it's
for
completely
you.
artificial,
It's
but
like plastic
it's so good.
cheese. It's plastic flavored. No, it's cheese flavored plastic. There we go. I finally got it right. This
That's
is
why-
my first cup of coffee. So
That's like I still like Spam, even though it's complete.
ew.
Although I'll never eat it anymore. It's
I
just
I
too-
won't
it-
eat
my system
spam.
just
I
can't.
will not eat Vienna sausages, but I will eat corned beef. Like the corned beef from the cans, I'll eat those.
That's the same thing. Well,
Similar, but not
it's
exactly.
very
as-
similar.
Yeah, but like and I also like sardines.
I can't do sardines. Enjoy. Do you like lox?
What
Lox?
is that a food?
Yeah, it's a food. Salmon. It kind of reminds me of sardines. It's a.
Oh no, I've never had it. I never even heard of it, so I don't know. Oof! I just
Oh.
moved my cushion. Okay, so I get.
So where we met. So Warframe,
Yep.
and
And you were about to quit when I commented on how pretty your Warframe frame was.
yes,
And I asked him a question. I was like, do you mind? I have a question. I'm like kind of lost. Can I help? Can you help me, please? I'm new. I did. He was standing at the, you were either at the gem place or the fish lady at Cetus, and his frame was really pretty, and I messaged him because I was looking for something and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And my dad had already gone to bed. So I was still on Warframe all by myself, and I was lost. I was like, help! Somebody help!
yeah. So I wound up. We started talking.
Yeah, we talked for like hours that night.
Yeah.
Even after we got off the game. Like, he helped me with whatever, and then we got off the game and we started... Where did we talk through? Was it Discord? Because it wasn't Facebook
No, it
at
wasn't
first.
Discord. It was the BattleNet.
Oh, yeah, you added me on there so we could do voice chat. Because it
Yeah,
was
because you started
something-
giving me all your stuff. You gave me that, and then YouTube and Facebook and everything else.
Yeah.
And so we got connected pretty quick, so we could be able to talk to each other.
Yeah, because we spent
But-
again, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and he was like, oh god, I gotta go to bed, I gotta get up in the morning for work. And I'm like, work? What's that? Work? That's a dirty word. We don't use that word in this house.
Yeah, I think we spent like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, we spent, because we got
A
it,
while.
we did what we were doing on the game, you helped me with that, and then we got off, and
Yeah, you hit me at the perfect time because I was
finishing up.
just finishing up, getting ready to sign off, and uninstall the game. It's like, I'm not going to play this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because you play a game for a certain amount of time before you go, well, I've used up all the content that I find interesting.
And yeah, he was
But-
he was done, and then he told me I made the game fun again, because he
Yeah.
was like going and doing all the different things with me and teaching me things, and he was like he'd ask me something, I'm like, what's that? And he's like, how long have you been playing?
Yeah. So I was like, well, I got to show you everything.
Yeah, and
Take me through it all.
and he still shows me stuff on the game. I'm like, what is this? How does that work? Wait a minute. So it's a lot of he's still showing me things on the game like all the time. And so to answer the part of did it take a while to develop the friendship? No time at all.
No, we kind of
I mean,
clicked pretty early.
Yeah. It's either I'm the kind of person, it's like, do you remember that line from Pretty Woman when it comes to opera? You either love it, if you love it, you will always love it, but if you hate it, you will learn to appreciate it. I'm like that. Who is the better gamer? It depends on the game, Casey. Because
Yeah.
I'm better at some things than he is. So it just depends on the game. And some of it is
Oh,
he's
you
out of
get
practice.
really into MMOs.
I do. I love my MMOs.
Yeah.
I am an MMO person. Like, I'm like original Warcraft stuff. And he's like, ew, Warcraft. Get that.
I used to play it, but just the idea that I got to spend $14 a month and then buy all the expansion packs.
Well, we have to do that with
So
Elder
it's like-
Scrolls.
Yeah, but it was just kind of a huge $80 commitment to jump into this thing. I was like, I don't.
Well, now they've made it a little bit more accessible because
Yeah.
when you buy
Well,
the
also
newest
I
X
don't know.
pack,
It's just something about it. It was just
off-putting.
when I played it, it was just they have the creature in a red hat and then a blue hat and then a green hat. They just had the same models for everything.
Oh
And
no, it's not
just-
like that anymore.
And it was
You'll
very
have to sit
boring
and
to
watch
me.
me. Have you ever sat and watched me play Warframe or watched any of the
A little bit, yeah.
Warcraft videos?
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to the Pretty Woman thing, people that meet me in person, number one, you will never forget who I am. Like, I've had people that met me like once 30 years ago, and they're like, oh my god, I know who you are. Like, I don't remember your name, but I remember you. So I've always had that kind of effect on people. But then the other thing is either you find me absolutely annoying, because in person, like when I meet new people, I'm like a chihuahua, very yappy, very high energy, very go go go, because it's new and it's exciting and it's fun, and then I run out of gas and I just kind of crash on you. But for the most part, I'm like a yappy little small dog, ankle biter pluck. But it's either you appreciate me up front and you always like appreciate who I am as a person because you realize, okay, this is how she is, and this is really how she is, and that's not going to change. And unless you throw enough information at me to make me change my mind, pretty much I am what you see, and I believe what I believe, and it's very hard for you to change that kind of mindset. No, you scam artist, go kick fucking rocks. How come I can't... Wait, that's on Twitch. I gotta do it over here.
Oh, maybe
Q,
that's right.
Dom, you loser. Take your scam bullshit off my page. Hang on, I'm reporting some loser. One moment, please. Hold that thought.
Is this spam?
Yeah, you have to do this stuff first. Also, would help if I have my glasses on because I'm further away from my machine than I normally am.
Spam?
Yeah, thank you. You know what? I'm just gonna do this
Yeah.
because I don't think it's a bot. I think it's actually a human with no fucking time to like wrap their head around real shit. I'll get back to the chat in a minute, guys. I get at least one of these a day now. But the good thing is that Twitch is like super quick at getting back to me on these things. So
That's good.
it should have deleted the message, but it didn't. Okay, let's go back to chat.
Okay.
Sorry for the digression there. Henry, I will make you cry. I'm serious. He says, if we meet in real life when you come to New York, we should debate sometime. You will lose. Ask your father.
I don't know.
How many things have you won so far?
I'll let you.
Even when I almost ceded defeat on that one topic, I still brought it back around. And you finally gave up.
Yeah, I know when to pick my battles.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
Henry doesn't. Henry will debate you. You may talk to me for 6 hours, but you'll debate Henry for 6 hours.
Oh, that is true.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
we did talk. How long did we talk about skincare that one day? Like an hour.
What is that saying? Unstoppable force meeting unbendable.
Will.
Yes. That's completely the wrong way.
Well.
Wrong,
Okay.
but you get the point.
Sorry, we got to go back to above that scam thing. No, I love salmon, but I don't know what the thing was that he said, Casey. He says, you've never had salmon. No, I love salmon. But that thing that he was talking about, I'd never heard of that. And then, who's better gamer? Yeah, you can on Twitch, like randomly, I'll just pop on and live stream. So it should be in the stream information. It's also listed on my link tree. If you go there, it should be in the description box, but this is a live stream, so it might not. So give me a second and I will pull that up and get you the link. Oh, burping up coffee. We haven't had anything to eat yet. We got up and got coffee and I set up the streaming, yeah. So we haven't done anything yet. It's taking a minute to load. It's being slow today. My nose is itching. All right,
yes,
then.
Allergies.
Yeah, we both have allergies really bad. And then we got the loser with no time on it, or with too much time on his hand. I'm sure no. Oh, okay. Back to the thing. And then I've had people that have met me and absolutely detested me at first sight. So like, you either, like I said, you either love me or you hate me. So, and if you hate me, you will learn to appreciate me later on. Or I've had like people come later and tell me thank you for things, or that they have changed their mindset about me, about the fact that they thought I was one way because of how I came off, but then they realized that that was their perception of me and that it wasn't quite accurate. So, and that's kind of refreshing when somebody can go back and be like, you're kind of okay. So that's one of those things. And again, I'm not like everybody's cup of tea, and I will never be everybody's cup of tea because I have a mouth and I have absolutely no problem opening it. If I see something that's not right, I will say something. If somebody is doing something that's wrong and I think it's wrong, I will definitely say something. If I see something that is way inappropriate, I will put my nose, all 2.5 inches of it, into somebody else's business because it's wrong. And somebody should stand up for somebody else. And I think that's how that needs to be. And a lot of people don't like that. They don't like the fact that I am that way. They don't like the openness that I am. I'm trying to grab this link and it won't let. Oh, that works.
There you go.
Fuck. All right, I'm trying to copy the link and it's like being slow.
Well,
we must have missed something. We're trying to get caught up on chat. Hello? There we go. There's the link tree. It has like links to like my website and my Twitch and all the things that I do, my Instagram, my Twitter, all that's listed in there. Okay. Let's see. If we meet, oh yeah, debate thing, memorable person. Oh yeah, Puerto Ricans. Well, actually, I'm waiting on my FedEx guy to call me and let me know if he's coming today or not. Remember, he was supposed to come talk about garden stuff. Our new FedEx, my regular FedEx driver, James, the ones you guys have seen on stream, he moved to Georgia to be closer to his mom. And so we have a new FedEx driver who is Puerto Rican. He actually just moved here about 9 months ago from Puerto Rico. And the first thing I asked him, I said, how many times do you get asked whether or not you have a green card? And he laughed. Because it astounds me it really does astound me that people don't think Puerto Ricans are Americans.
Yeah, they completely are oblivious.
Right? It's like, how can you be? It's like, are you gonna ask somebody from Hawaii if they're American? No, because they're American, right? You know, Hawaii is part of America. Then why is it so hard for people to understand that people from Puerto Rico are American?
They're confused by the whole protectorate thing.
Ay, Dios mío. Yeah. So there's that's funny. And Puerto Ricans can be very loud, very protective, and don't ever piss off a Puerto Rican mama. Like, ever. You get hit with all kinds of shit. You have a shoe fly past your head, the frying pan, whatever she got handy, man. She's pitching that shit at you. Well, black mamas are about the same. Except for they will hold your ass down to beat you with something. They'll grab you by the arm and that's... Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Keita and I got in some shit, and she got her mom would grab us both at the same time, and I don't know how she did it. She'd grab us both, and man, she'd just start swinging, and she'd hit us both. So, yep, don't ever piss off a black mama either. Get your ass beat. The Rock in the Storm. Jason is one of those people that I can go to and abso-fucking-lutely freak out on.
Yes.
And I do. Like, the whole crying, angry, hyperventilating thing, yeah. He definitely is my rock when it comes to that, because I'm very emotional. I do have type 2 bipolar, for those that don't know. I do have some personality disorders and a few other things, but I do my best every day to maintain the best possible human that I can be. And I've been through a whole lot in my life, so it takes a lot every day for me just to be as normal-ish as I can be. I never want to be normal. Ever. But I am different, and I do things a little bit differently, and I can like snap on people, and I do go from like 0 to 100 real quick when it comes to like my temper and stuff. So he does kind of temper that for me, which is odd because I'm a Libra and we're usually like this, but there are some times when I'm like this, and with him being an Aries, you would expect him to be like all the way up at the top all the time because he's an Aries, because they're fire, but he's not. He's more like this than I am sometimes.
Like I said, I'm tempered.
Yeah.
I've done all the up and down to the point that I've been beaten down enough that I know.
Your give a shit just don't work no more.
Yes.
Let's see, Jason is very yeah.
I've got into enough stuff in my life that I'm like, I can handle it. I can get through whatever it is.
This one here.
This is easy.
Yeah, so Jason's very chilled and balanced out. Yeah, he is. Laughing my life. That's like trait number 1 for Baruchus. Baruchus. What the fuck is this word right here? I might have to Google that. Oh, that's her last name with an S on the end. At least
it's Mom's. Huh? Oh.
Because her name is Baruka, and then she's saying Baruch with an S.
Oh, yes.
Right, Mish? LOL, can't help it. Oh, about being loud. Okay, I get it now. Thank you for coming, Michelle. Go back to work. Be nice to people. Don't bite anybody's head off like I would. Make them laugh. Thinly sliced smoked salmon. Oh, that sounds good. That thing that you talked about if I had had it.
Yeah, lox is smoked salmon.
When you say lox, I'm thinking...
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that's the hairdresser in me. You say lox, I'm thinking these.
Yes.
I'm not thinking food.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what it is, because it's not jerky, but yeah, it is smoked salmon.
All right. My Republican views are, I don't believe in open abortion. Like, and I will explain. Don't get upset with me yet. As somebody who has been raped and molested off and on throughout my life, I believe in abortion for women that have medical conditions and rape, incest, those kinds of things. I agree with abortion for that. But and I'll get into why I don't believe in it for other things here after I explain something. When I was in high school, this guy I was dating had cheated on me, got another girl pregnant. They paid $600 for her to get an abortion because she didn't want to be pregnant. She didn't want to be ridiculed in school for being a whore, basically. She wanted to go to school and wanted to have a life and wanted to drink and party and do all that kind of stuff. So she went and had an abortion, even though we were, 16. She asked me to take her to get an abortion, and I absolutely refused. Because the only reason why she wanted to get an abortion was because the baby was an inconvenience. And I am completely appalled by that. Now, as for my stance on things, when I was 18, I was living with a guy. That was the Jeff situation.
Mm-hmm.
I was living in an apartment with a guy. We were kind of dating. I had my own room. He had his own room. I was not doing anything to get pregnant. Putting that out there. He took advantage of situations, and I was 6 months pregnant before I knew, because I was at work one day and had pulled a muscle in my back and ended up in the emergency room and found out the hard way that I was pregnant. And then he tried to kill me for being pregnant. So I immediately got out of that situation. But at the time, being blue-eyed, brunette, tall, and Caucasian, my mom was working in the medical field, and a doctor that she knew and his wife offered me like $165,000 for my child. And plus all medical expenses covered, food, essentials, clothing, whatever I would need for the rest of my pregnancy, to give them the child for adoption. So I know there are other alternatives out there, and there are people that really want children that cannot have children, and to get children, to wait in the system to get a child can be rather lengthy. And I know that adoption is not always an option for some people, and but I know from personal experience that there is an option for adoption, or to surrender your child if you are unable to take care of them. I worked 2 jobs and went to school. Sometimes I worked 3 jobs to keep a roof over my head and food in my child's mouths. And so I know how hard it is to do it on your own. I also know that the adoption system is there. Now, granted, we're in the United States. Our adoption systems are absolute dog shit. But there are other alternatives out there than killing your child. And that is how I feel about it. So I may differ on some people than that, but that is my main conservative view. I also, the other controversial one is I don't believe in legalizing drugs. I think drugs are bad, but coming from a law enforcement background who used to work in drug enforcement, I have seen, and plus I've lived in the projects, I know what drugs do in certain communities. I know how it tears families apart. I see what it does to the children. I understand all of that coming from an outsider's viewpoint on that. So I'm not hip with drugs. I don't think smoking pot is cool. I'm ignoring chat. I just saw it move out of the peripheral vision. Federally, it is still a crime for marijuana. It is still a federal crime. So, as an example, you could be living in a state where marijuana is legal, or medical marijuana is legal, with a card. A local cop can catch you with it, see that you have a card, and a Fed can come up and arrest you for it. That is how our government works. Does it make it right? No. Does the federal laws supersede the state laws? Absolutely. So, just because it is legal in the state in which you live, you can still be arrested and imprisoned for drugs. And until the government changes the stance on things like marijuana, then I'm still going to be opposed to it. What? Why are you yelling at me? Nobody's in there, Jack.
Oh, he wants to take a nap.
It ain't bedtime yet, buddy. So it's just, and I've also had cancer, and I've used marijuana for about 6 months when I went through my first sessions of like chemo and radiation back in the 90s, and I had a really bad experience. So again, it's a lot of personal experience with seeing what drugs do, knowing what they did for me, and how adverse I had a reaction to it, and just a lot of other information kind of like compiled into one thing. So that's like the major of my like conservative views, are those like two main topics. And again, and the majority of my views are very let's help everybody, everybody's equal, we're all human, things like that. Those are like the majority of my views. But when it comes to drugs and abortion, those are like hard nose for me, and that's how I feel. Okay, now I'm gonna read chat because I keep seeing it move. All right, smoked salmon, Republican view. Okay, I want to make sure that I'm caught up. Do you have feel free to comment while I'm perusing the chat. You have anything to add to that?
Well, the whole abortion thing is, I think it's a woman's prerogative to figure out. It's not for me to put my 2 cents. It's not. The women involved have to figure out, what they need to do. The drug thing, I think it shouldn't be illegal. They should just put money into
a pot
reform,
yeah.
Helping the people out, because obviously they're in trouble or something's going on.
And
putting them in jail and then having them come out, they're just going to go right back on the drug.
Exactly.
It doesn't solve the problem, which is something's going on. But that's
Oh, okay. So the name means Puerto Rican.
Oh,
okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Millie, for explaining what that Boruca. Is that how you pronounce it? Boricua. I don't want to mispronounce it. All right, hang on. There is. Oh. I don't like fucking bugs on my walls, and because I have to backlight things, I put a light on the wall in order to get the camera to pick up me. Here, I'll show you. Isn't this lovely? It's because we're backlit that it has issues. But let's see. I can't have kids. But again, because abortion is such a touchy topic, like my mom of choice is the person who can take you to Borica. So it's kind of, you would kind of ignore the I. Borica. Yeah, Borica. Or I should have said, ¿Dónde estás? That means, what is that? Or what is this? Or you could say, ¿Qué? ¿Por qué? Why? No. Quel?
What?
Quel? Is it quel for what? Quel? Or is that
no
French? I always get French and Spanish words like... I merge both languages. I started off counting in French last night and ended up in Spanish, so by the time I got to 12 or 13, I was in Spanish. I think every woman has the right to choose for themselves. I will never condemn another woman for her choice. I may have my own thoughts on it, but I will never tell her what she can and cannot do with her own body. And we actually had this conversation, what was it, yesterday, where I said, how many laws have been passed against your body, or what you can or cannot do? ¿Por qué?
Okay.
So that's what. I thought that was why. I don't know. Qu'est-ce que c'est is what is this? Oh wait, that's French.
what is...
Yeah, I was gonna say Kel is French for what? Uh oh. Is it a Henry?
No, it's a calendar thing.
Oh, okay.
Because it's on airplane.
Oh.
And Henry's on here, so.
Yeah. I think Henry's on here.
Yeah, he's listening in.
Well, he hasn't typed anything in a while. I mean, he did, which is the question I answered. But yeah, it's a lot of personal choice, and that's not for me to say. I don't have a uterus anymore, so I have no say about it. Anyways, my uterus tried to kill me, and I got rid of it. So I'm the wrong one to ask. But no, I do not believe in abortion. I've had a miscarriage and a stillborn. I know how difficult it is to go through those things, and I never would begrudge a woman her choice for anything. And I also do not... Okay, see? There he is.
Yeah.
I would never begrudge a woman the choice to do what was right for her body or what she felt was right for her. I'm going to have my own opinions on it, but opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. So what I think about what you do with your body, that's my position. I don't have to tell you what I think about it or how I feel about it. Unless you ask me, I'm not probably never going to tell you. Again, don't ask me unless you want an honest answer, because I will fucking tell you. But that's just... and I didn't have a choice in having children. Because I was high risk and both my children tried to kill me. And to this day, I still have to carry medical cards that tell people... Oh, there's that receipt I was looking for. I still have to carry, like, patient ID cards that tell you... I mean, you can see right there my blood type written there in the corner. I have to carry medical cards that say what I have because of the simple fact that if you give me the wrong blood, you'll kill me. But my children also almost killed me. Both my children tried to... My viable ones, I should say. Both my viable pregnancies tried to kill me. And my body tried to kill them, so I guess it was fair game. So, tit for tat. So, I mean, if you have a problem with me having those two positions, then that's your choice. But for me, again, I have my thoughts and feelings on things, but I will never tell somebody what they can and cannot do with their own body. And hopefully did that answer everything? Porque is why. Okay. Yeah, I've never been an extreme Republican. I was raised Republican. My parents were Republican. I didn't know the difference. Oh, Lord. The hardcore ones make me want to commit suicide. I swear, man. They're awful.
Yeah, I don't think I really had a party until I had to vote for...
I just asked my parents what they were, and that's how I signed up when I turned 18. So, I mean, and to be honest, I don't know what the differences are between the parties. I know that in like the 70s, they kind of flip-flopped, and the Republicans became the Democrats, and the Democrats became the Republicans. So that's about all I know, and I really don't think our system works that well. I think they needed to like ball it up and throw it out. But there's that. And the governor that we have, I didn't vote for that asshole. And I call him Dick instead of his real name, so that should tell you all you need to know about that. Yeah. I'm conservative, but I'm not really Republican. I'm one of those people that I'm a tree-hugging dirt worshiper. I think everybody should be able to love who they want to love, and you should be able to make the choices that you want to make, and as long as you are not hurting anybody else. But again, I'm also pagan, so I don't believe in a lot of that stuff. Oh God, he was awful, Millie. He is so awful. Don't even get me started on that piece of human waste. No. I don't think people should be in jail for marijuana at all. But, like, those are, like, other things. But, like, some of the dealers and stuff that start off doing marijuana and then they start selling the other stuff, that's where I draw the line. because those things really, like, they were selling to children. That was the majority of what my job was protecting the kids against the drug dealers that were targeting them. And I think that's where I think my major issue with drugs came from, is seeing what these people were doing to children. And I think that was like my biggest thing. And I had a really bad childhood. Like, I did not have the most loving parents or caring parents. And I mean, my mom tried to kill me by the time I was a year old. She literally tried to drown me to death in the set tub. And if it wasn't for my aunt and my grandmother, I would be dead. Again. But like, the thing is that nobody ever protected me as a child. So as I aged, I started taking on the capacity to look out for other people. I always was the carer, the giver, the, if you need the shirt off my back more than I do, you can have it. Even if I don't have the money to replace it, I probably have on a pair of shorts and you didn't. So you need the shirt more than I do, and I'm willing to give it to you if you're willing to accept it, kind of thing. So that was, I think, for me, that it was more not really a rescue complex. It was the, they have it worse than I do, and they need help, and what can I do to help? And so the drug thing it was really hard for me to wrap my head around. And the way that these dealers went after kids and how they targeted them, just the whole psychology behind it was really hard for me. It was really personal as well. So, because some people that I knew personally had gotten involved with some really bad stuff, and I couldn't stand by anymore and let stuff slide. Yeah, I vote for the people, not their, like, I vote for, like, what does their track record say, and what have they done for the people? What are their values? Who are they? That kind of thing. I don't vote for, like, a lot of the politics stuff.
Yeah, I think there's only a couple of politicians that really care about people. A lot of the rest all just.
Can we just
corporate
elect
sponsors.
AOC already? Because I really like her. I mean, I would have voted for Bernie. Because I like him as a person, and he's pretty straightforward on his views. I mean, I really liked Bernie. Hello? Oh.
To lose.
You just gave me goosebumps. So, but yeah. Alright. We probably ought to change things up, because we're getting a little heavy here. What are the most important things you have in common? I think we kind of talked about that already.
Yes.
I just want to make sure. What will this be Jason's first time in Florida? You already answered that. And my coffee is talking back. I didn't really dislike Biden, but he has, if you really look at his track record in the past 15 years or so, he's really kind of flipped his viewpoint on things, kind of like he's become more educated, or he's opened his mind up a little bit more. He's not as hard as he used to be. But I was glad to see he got in and not dump. So there's that. But I also, I think Obama was on the right path. I didn't vote for Obama. I'm just going to be honest with you. I did not vote for Obama. As I watched what he did, I appreciated the things he did. Now, I do not agree with all of them, and I have my own, like, things that he did that I don't agree with, and how he went about it, because he excluded a whole bunch of people with some of the things that he did, but he also included a whole lot of other people. So I do have to commend him for that. And he made some really hard decisions to propel us forward, and then we just kind of went back 20 years with Dump in office.
Well, they were trying to block everything he did.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many holes in the Obamacare thing.
I know, and it's just...
He got through as much as he could, but there were so many
They
holes.
railroaded him.
They chopped up as much as... They tried to make it as bad as possible. It's like what they're doing to the post office. It's just... They add all these writers to screw it over.
Our government's fucked, and we need something new.
Yeah.
Or we could just go back to what the basics were when we first started. Are you having bug issues? Do I need to get my Zappy thing?
Well, next time. If he comes back, he disappears for an hour.
I'm just going to go hunting around the house for him and just, chase him and hunt him and zap his ass wherever I can find him. Or his siblings or cousins or nephews or aunts or whatever. I don't care. Whoever gets in my path, I'm just going to murder him. I think we answered those. Okay, next question. Have you ever been to the area where Jason lives? Isn't it New York? I've been to the island in which he lives, but the area, I mean, other
You
than
probably
driving through.
You drove through it.
Yeah, that's it. I
guaranteed.
was on like a main road, and then I got on 95 and went straight south. So that would be a no. Yeah, a yes-ish no. Maybe. Kind of, sort of.
I would say no. Because if you're on the highway, you're really not visiting. It's like saying in an airplane and you visited all
Yeah.
the states in between here and Florida.
I can tell you I've been to Rhode Island, though, to the airport. My biggest dreams? I want 1,000 acres in a small, tiny house, little village, and solar and greenhouses, and living off the grid as much as possible with internet so I can still game. I got my priorities, and I want horses and neighbors that are of like mind, and lots of trees, nature. Again, tree hugging, dirt worshiping heathen. I am part Native American,
But
so
it has to have enough room for a good library of books.
no, we can have an entire building for that. You haven't even seen all of my books yet. I haven't even taken you into the big garage.
Oh, okay.
You've seen the room out there,
But
which
we're
there's
talking about dreams, so
yeah,
a nice library.
$1 million
would be good.
to have the property of my dreams. Yes, if I had $1 million, I would buy the property of my dreams and plop a house out on it and do a couple of outbuildings and a greenhouse and a barn and fence for horses and that kind of stuff, and build like a little miniature tiny village on the other side of the property so that it gives other people a chance to live out in nature and have somewhere to live. And I would probably invite my friends and loved ones to move in and that kind of thing. But yeah, that's what I would do. What would you do?
Pretty much the same thing. Although I would have a game room so I could run D&D games. Have
Again,
people come over and
building, not room. Building.
a building.
I need a building for the books and a building for all my crafty stuff, and then we need a building
crafty
for
stuff, yes.
like the board games and the card games and like tables and ping pong and chess and all the other like games. We need an entire building for. I mean,
So you're
if
gonna
you
have a building for each thing.
yeah, we could, yeah. If I had $1 million, hell yeah, we build a fucking. We would build a room with nothing but bookcases, and then inside more bookcases, kind of like a library.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want, we could do the library upstairs and the gaming stuff downstairs. If you really want to put it all into one building, but that would be awfully noisy because if somebody's upstairs reading, I don't know about you, but I'd be cussing somebody out downstairs. Shut
Yes.
the fuck up! I'm reading.
Yeah, there'll be too much laughing and noise.
Oh, I know. So again,
Carrying
it would
on.
have to be its own building because I'd be throwing shit. You'd have a book go whizzing by your head. You'd be like, "What the fuck? Oh, I see the title. Okay, nice play. I read the title. Got it." I'm serious, man. I'd be throwing shit. Yeah, well, this is my dad's property. It's my dad's house. It's my dad's everything. I own nothing. I have no car. I don't own a house. I don't own an apartment. I don't own a vehicle. I don't own anything. I have nothing. So I would like something that's mine. I've never owned a home. I've never bought a home. I mean, I've bought cars and motorcycles and stuff like that, but that's not the same. But like, I would like to like buy something that is mine. You're thinking, spit it out.
Exactly. No, what you're saying about
Oh.
owning a place.
The how long we've known each other, we answered. I see that. And then that one's the visit New York thing. And that was like the end of the like questions we got in.
Okay.
We got stuff on Facebook, so let's see. And I'll have to check my phone for Twitter since Twitter was being a twatter earlier. Okay, nothing on there.
No.
Found this phone in the park. Aw. Well, at least somebody found it in the park and they're
Yeah.
posting about it. Movies. What kind of movies do we like while I pull up Twatter?
Well, sci-fi, fantasy are kind of the ones that overlap with us. I like a lot more horror movies.
I don't do horror movies or zombies.
Yes, so I have to hang out with Henry to watch all the horror and zombies. Well, he's not into zombies. I have to watch them by myself.
I fucking hate zombie movies. Brains. There's a few I've watched, yes, because we were talking about that one with the guy that fell in love and then he became unzombie.
Warm Bodies. It's a romance thing.
Oh no, he really. I mean, other than if he's hungry, that's probably the only reason why he'd want to get off. And yes, it has been 2 hours and 10 minutes, but I usually live stream for like 3 hours, so he knew that going into this.
I'm fine.
I mean, I'm getting hungry, but I ain't hangry yet, so.
Are we gonna go out somewhere? Get some.
We could.
Good.
I mean, technically, I'm dressed. I just gotta throw a pair of shoes on.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
We have yet to do an actual dinner date, kind of.
Well,
Right.
seeing as though
We
they
keep-
got rid of my restaurant out front, we could have done that
Yeah, we
like
could have
the
done
other
that
day. But like we got out there and it was like, where'd my restaurant go? That's when you know that you never go anywhere anymore. Is when you pull into a parking lot where the restaurant that you've ate at for like 20 years is like gone.
Yeah.
And it's something new. Doctor Who, yes, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Doctor Who. I am a Whovian. I am a Trekkie. Yes, yes, and yes. We are like
Yes.
super, yes, nerd, yes. Farscape, Firefly, Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, Mandalorian, superheroes. He's more
Yeah.
into the superhero things than I am. But yes, yes, and yes. You think what are kind of boring? The zombie
Oh, the
movies?
zombies, yeah.
Yeah, well. No, they just kind of
Although-
scare the hell out of me, and I'm afraid somebody's just gonna, like. Look, I'm pagan. I have seen a lot of shit people have never fucking seen before. So there are some things that I have seen in my life that make me really detest zombies and unliving things. But then again, I've been in my grandmother's cemetery at night and, like, seen things nobody has ever imagined. So, again, personal experience, some things just freak me the hell out. Ghosts I have no problems with. Zombies, big problem.
I can't do the ghost movies. They bore me.
If it's predictable, then yeah.
Yeah. I think the thing that Henry liked, or we both kind of like, are the more funny zombie movies like Zombie World or Shaun of the Dead and that kind of thing. Because there's a lot of interesting characters.
What?
Miley has never seen Star Trek.
Millie.
Millie?
Looks like Millie to me, not Miley. Okay, settle the debate. Is it Millie or Miley? I've been pronouncing it Millie, and he just called you Miley, so. Never seen Star Trek? That's like a crime.
Yeah, Henry likes ghost
Yeah,
movies.
if they're well done, yeah. If it's predictable, then I'm like, pfft. Like, I couldn't. Somebody asked if I watched The Blair Witch and how accurate it was to, like, actual witchcraft. And I'm like, I think I made 5 minutes into the movie. And I'm like, this is bullshit.
Foreign dramas? Action movies I watch a lot
I
of.
love foreign stuff. Oh, God, remember all those foreign things that I sent you with the lady that went into the mountain? She was going to those archaeological digs and then come to
Millie.
find out she was. Yeah, see, I thought it was.
Okay,
I
so
was
it's Millie.
pronouncing it correct. Actually, were you talking about like prices for like food and stuff? Like half the price here versus there. Milli Vanilli. Yes, I remember Milli Vanilli.
I know I'm a bad dad. I never exposed Henry to Star Trek.
You never.
No, he has a couple gaps. We've watched lots of horror movies, but some of this sci-fi stuff.
Oh no
we missed.
no. We will rectify this.
We have to at least watch
Okay.
Wrath of Khan.
We will
The first movie was a little slow.
do the movies first. I do not like William Shatner. I will be honest about that. That man is an asshole and a half, and I do not like him. So we will skip the actual series stuff from before, but we'll watch the movie so you have somewhere to start. Because you need to be able to see what the original Klingons look like. Because they were human with a couple of, like, bumpy things on their forehead. And then they kind of evolved into something.
Well,
and
they keep changing movie.
Yeah, and Amanda said the new Picard stuff or the new Star Trek stuff that I haven't been able to gain access to watch.
Oh, Discovery, they completely change them.
Yeah, she said they look like bugs or something. They're blue and they look like bugs. I'm like, what the fuck?
And there's all the stuff got changed.
Oh no, I'm a huge sci-fi. Oh my god, the what are those things? The quibbles, the little fluffy things that Spock had, and you put them in and with two, and next thing you know, you've got a bazillion of them. What the fuck are those? Tribbles. Yes, tribbles. The little chirpy noises that they make. They're so cute. I want one. One. Not two. One.
Well, if you have one, you'll get two, then four.
Don't get it wet.
They keep multiplying.
Yeah, don't get it wet. Don't feed it.
No, that's gremlins.
That too.
I think they have the same rules.
You can murder them by putting them in the microwave. Look at this. That's quick.
Yeah, okay.
I told you Twitch is quick, man.
Yeah.
They don't put up with that shit.
That's the thing. Henry's not really into sci-fi stuff.
We need to find something that's like will really grab him.
No, he likes ghost stuff. He likes...
Yeah, but for sci-fi, not ghost stuff. Ghost is more like spooky, witchy, wizardry, sorcery kind of stuff.
Stuff with good characters.
But like, I'm trying to think that you've got like Battlestar Galactica. You've got Gattaca. There's Gattaca.
No, it has to have good characters. So they're kind of...
They're old.
So
I'm trying to think what would be good.
The problem is a lot of the sci-fi, the characters, they lack character. They're more into the science and techno babble and puzzles and that kind of thing more than they are about good characters. Unless it's like Firefly or
Firefly was good. Serenity.
Yeah.
I mean, we could watch Serenity, but it wouldn't make any sense until I saw Firefly.
No, you got to watch the rest of it because it's kind of the end.
Yeah. It's like the conclusion thing.
Stuff.
I still don't like how they did that, but there's Farscape. I mean, there's some episodes that you can skip, but
I couldn't get into the characters. I the problem with it was the main characters I couldn't get into. The Crichton, I think, is the main character.
John Crichton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just
annoying.
He's annoying to me. So the rest of it just kind of.
So what about
I never watch it.
What's her name? Black. The hell was her first name?
Yeah, the Saw movie came out, but I think it only came out in the theaters, so you would have to.
See, Harry Potter isn't bad. I have some qualms with a few of those things, and I wouldn't mind going back and rewatching some of that stuff again. But my voice is cutting out. I don't think. I mean, how can you write a book and potentially make somebody in your book homosexual, but then like I saw it went through here.
Don't hit me. Zap.
Well, you saw I whacked my knee the other day. That kind of stung for a second.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole J.K. Rowling thing with the trans issues and the LGBT plus. I mean, that like really irritates me the way that she did that, and then the people that were from the shows basically telling her to kick rocks. I don't understand how she could. She's very beloved, and then she goes and pulls something like that. I just don't understand. Wait, what are we talking about that came out?
The Saw movie.
Oh, I have all of them, but I've never seen them. I got them. Somebody gave them to me or whatever, but I've never seen them ever. I don't know anything about them. They're all out there in the room with the wall of movies. because we never, we never have anything to watch. Any other questions? Because I'm starting to get hungry, and I have about 2 hours left before I have to go to work. So we're gonna probably do dinner or something, or lunch. Oh yeah.
Mine are all over the place because my mom's from Jamaica, so she's a mix of Irish and Jamaican, and then my dad is from Barbados, and his dad is German, so I'm a mix of
German, Barbados, Jamaica,
Barbadian,
and
Jamaican,
Irish. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm bi, and I'm not a big fan, so. I think women are hot. I wouldn't know what to do with one now if I got one, but, I'd have fun trying. And then mine are my mom, or my dad, who's easy. He's German and Native American, and my mom was her parents came from different places. So her mom is Irish and French, and her dad is Scottish and English. So I have Irish, Scottish, English, German, and French and Native American. And if you look at my DNA tree, it's really kind of all over the place. But mainly it's UK. Well, actually, I can pull it up real quick. I mean, y'all can't see it, but.
Yeah. Maybe we got one of the DNA kits at home. I have to.
Oh, you did finally get one.
Yeah.
Did you get one for Henry too, like I told you to?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Both of us have one. We have to sit down and actually use it and send it back in and see what we get. But we have one.
Okay.
Or two.
Is it the spit in the cup one, or is it the swabby one? Or do you not know?
The swabby one. It's kind of small.
Well, the one I got from Ancestry was like this, but it's a spit in the cup one.
No, then it's probably the same thing.
And it's best to do it first, they say don't brush your teeth and don't eat nothing or drink nothing half an hour before you do it. So we did ours first thing in the morning.
Yeah, probably the best thing to do.
Yeah. Well, what they're looking for is the epithelial cells off the cheek.
Okay.
Yeah, that is. I'm sorry
for your loss.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
I told you, anything that has it set up, I'll use it. Some websites I see that they don't have it. It makes me not.
That Ancestry one is the one we got.
Yeah.
Because I think you were talking about it, so I ordered it from here.
Did you get it when it was on sale for $79, like I said?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah, when you told me about it.
Yeah, we're both part German and Irish.
Yeah.
Go to my DNA page. Yeah, what's funny though is when they do your DNA, they don't do it for your parents. They do it for your grandparents or your grandparents' parents. So they don't do it directly, which I thought was interesting because you figured that my dad's mom, from what we know, she was born on a reservation in Florida. So we were taught, or my dad was told as he was growing up, because we don't know, again, that she was half Seminole, half Cherokee. And I've talked to people that are from both tribes and asked questions and whatnot. We've tried to look for the records, and then the courthouse had, where her records had burned down in the 50s, and all of the records that they had were lost. So we don't know, and I don't know if she's still alive. She left my dad when he was about a year old. She put him on the gray market a few times, and if you're old enough to know what that is, then I'm sorry. If you even know what that is, a lot of people do not. The gray market is basically where they were selling and stealing and trading and whatever children back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. It's basically like black market stuff now, but it was called the gray market. Nigerian and Portuguese. Yeah, because you're from Puerto Rico, there's so many diversities there. It's not even funny. but during the Native American wars in Florida, the Seminoles basically either murdered you or told you to get the fuck out of the state. And if you were not 100% Seminole, they basically did away with you. And because she was born in Alachua County, in 1938, they moved her family to like Virginia for a while, from what I understand. But again, we don't know because she was 16 when she had my dad. Her, and my grandfather were married, and then my dad was 6 months old when she sold him the first time for a bottle of whiskey, and then the second time she sold him, he was a year old, and she got like $1,000 for him. So, the funny thing is in my DNA, it doesn't really show. It doesn't show the native, and that's why we've never could understand why. Okay, so according to here, because they update this all the time, it says 58% England and Northwestern Europe. 20% Scottish, 9% Irish, 7% Germanic Europe, and 6% Sweden. And then it says Southwest Quebec, New York, and Vermont French settlers. Because my grandmother was born in Quebec, and then there's like early New England settlers, and then there's like 1,400 other regions that they tested. So the general of my DNA comes from England, Ireland, Scotland, Germany, France, and Sweden.
And they came through New York.
Yeah, well, and some of them, no, a lot of these came in from like Canada and stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look, that's actually up here as part of Canada. But yeah, I mean Vermont, Quebec, New York. But yeah, they all came through the German ones came through Ellis Island, and I have the records for that. I have pictures of all the records for where they came through. But so yeah, we have Irish and German ancestry in common. Yes. I don't know what a market house building is. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, he is, so you figure he's, I don't know, you consider half black? I mean, you're black, but like,
I don't know.
How would you even figure that out? Because your parents were like half and half.
Yeah.
With the
it's
Irish
a mix and the mix and the mix. It's
yeah. So is that a quarter?
Maybe.
If you do the
About
math.
a quarter.
But I mean, all your siblings are about. I mean, I think Robert's a little darker than you, but not by much.
No, really, we're all about the same.
Yeah, very light skin. And Henry, he's just pink.
Well, he's like my mom.
Yeah, very light.
He's the same complexion as my mom. He can just go out in the sun. He just instantly tans.
But
Fine.
But yeah, I mean, we've got like a little bit of everything. And I asked him, he doesn't speak any other languages. I do. Well, I mean, you know some Japanese, but that's
Very
probably from
little.
anime.
And
Oh,
I took French in high school, but I don't remember a lot of it. A lot of it got lost.
I spoke Castilian Spanish, or proper Spanish, until 4th grade. I did French in high school. I did Spanish again in college. I taught myself German. I did a year of Japanese. I know some words in Cherokee. I know some American Sign Language. So, it just went by. I saw it. So, English, German, French, Spanish, Cherokee, American Sign Language, Japanese.
I think all my language skills are all in computers now.
Yeah. I mean, I can kind of remember binary. That was like 30 years ago. Yeah. But if you look, and I have a little bit of a tan right now. It's funny, we're about the same color right now, but I'm also tan. So like you can see. Is it my will my back show up?
Not in this
no.
light. No, yeah, I
No.
can see it.
I've got like a strip of white across my back from, because I was going out in the garden during the day for, X amount of time, and then I ended up getting a really bad sunburn on my back. So I'm like kind of tan right now. And I kind of already, before she even wrote it, we kind of already answered the language thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can converse in Spanish and like minor conversation stuff in Spanish and French and Japanese. Counting I can do in all three. German I can kind of count in. I know like little phrases here and there. I can pretty much read a German book, but like there's a few words that I don't quite understand, and it's only because in the English language it takes bits and pieces of other languages to make the English language. So that's the only, I just kind of deduce what the word means if I don't know. Like there's a lot of like Middle Eastern movies that I watch. So if it's in like Arabic, or if it's in like, I was watching this one show that was really neat that was based in Turkey, and I don't know what's wrong with the people in Turkey, man. They are all fucking gorgeous. They have like this really neat like olive complexion and this greenish hazel eyes and this really pretty like honey brown hair. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with all of them. They're all beautiful. Everybody that I saw, even like the extras and stuff, were all beautiful. I'm a little jealous, but when I watch shows that are from like other regions, I always watch it in the language in which it's from, and then I just do English subtitles because that's how I feel they should be watched. What was that? It just blinked. I watched it blink. It blinked.
I don't know. Henry is darker than me.
Yep.
But he has straight hair.
Yep.
My hair is a mess. That's why I have it in dreads. Half of it's curly and half of it's straight, so it's all kind of this fuzzy afro with straight hair sticking out of it. It's just a mess.
Well,
So I always kept my hair either very short or very...
I can braid my hair and beat people with it. I have basically horse hair. Mandarin is hard because if you intonate on the wrong syllable... I love it when somebody says that syllable and you're looking at them and they're like, what? The first time I heard somebody say that, I was like, where are you from? When somebody enunciates the wrong syllable, it's you can take a word that means like food and turn it into something completely different.
Yeah.
Like in Japanese, as long as you kind of get there somewhere close, they'll understand. Like if you say, "O genki desu ka?" "Oh, genki desu ka?" "Oh, genki desu ka?" It's all about the same. How are you doing? That's what that means, by the way. But like if you say something like that in Mandarin or Chinese or any of the dialects in China, as I have a friend in Singapore, which is a little bit not technically China, but it's China. It's in the same area. If you don't say things exactly, you can say something completely different.
Yeah.
Because it's a very sing-songy language. And German just sounds like you're just angry at somebody. Portuguese and Spanish and broken English. Yeah, but once you have one of the Spanish languages down, Latin, Italian, French, those should all come pretty easy to you. English is the one that's hard. Yeah, I dated a guy that was half German, half Chinese for a while, and that was difficult. He tried teaching me Chinese, and he finally made me promise I'd never try and speak it again. It was that bad. I'm serious. He was like, "Do you know what you just said?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." He goes, "Well, you just insulted me 15 ways to Sunday." I'm like, "Okay, I'll stop." Yeah, his dad was German, his mom was 100% Chinese. That was an interesting combination. He was one of those people like your post from the other day. Mm-hmm. That one, the very last option that said not to do something with them. I made that mistake.
Oh, okay. Well, it's easy for Henry. He actually memorized all the tones and stuff.
Yeah.
So the markings make sense to them. I remember trying to help him study once and just could not
Yeah.
catch the.
It's because
He said all the different inflections of it, and I just could not hear the difference.
we're old. We have an excuse. We can just say we're old. I think we're being spied on. Look between the oh, it's moving.
Oh yeah, I see.
All right,
Kitty's
guys.
watching.
We've been live streaming for 2.5 hours. If you have any further comments or questions, you can leave them down below. He will be here until Friday night. Well, Saturday morning, but I have to work. I don't really watch. I'm not like into like K-pop or any of that Korean
He
shows,
loves
TV shows. Yeah.
K-pop and the Korean soaps.
He's
and
he's 18. What do you expect? He's a kid. That's what they're all into. They're all into that. It's a generational thing. It has
My
to be.
niece is really into the Korean soap operas. People love them. I don't. Well, I get why.
I guess
They have
Casey-
good stories and good characters.
Okay, Casey asks another question. Is there one place where you both would love to live, worldwide or U.S.?
I would love to go visit to find what other places there are.
Yeah, I've never left the United States, and I've only left the state of Florida 4 times my entire life. So yeah, I'd love to. I would love to. Aw, you need to have friends, Henry. You just wait till I get to New York. Your friends and I are gonna have a chat, and a few other people too. You know what I mean. Now, your dad says I will just stand there and argue for 20 minutes until I just give up and walk away, but I'm still gonna put up a good fight. I'm serious, man. I can't wait to meet that one. I have a few things to say. But yeah, we've talked about it. I mean, I have like an ideal place that. What the hell?
Well, you like big outdoors.
I
And
like
you just like
outdoors.
room.
Yes, I want room.
I want something with mountains or near mountains or.
I've never really been near that stuff, so that would be nice.
That's the only reason.
What I want is like trees and quiet and birds chirping and a little babbly brook or stream or whatever running through the property, maybe a pond. Those are the things that I like. I wouldn't mind. I would love to go to like Ireland and Scotland with the big rolling lush green hills and the cliffs. I'd love to go like the cliffs of Dover, and I'd love to go to Galloway, and there's several places in Scotland that I'd love to go. I'd love to actually go to Oberstadt in Germany. I'd love to visit, but like the thing is, until now I worked and I barely earned enough money at some points in my life to keep a roof over my kid's head. So it was really a lot of struggle for me, and I never got a passport because I never needed one, and now it takes like weeks to do it, and it's all these hoops and stuff, and I have no need to get a passport, or at least up until now I never had to have one, so I never got one. It's not that I wouldn't want to explore, I just haven't. Except for there's one place I can tell you I will never want to go. I would never live.
Where?
You should know this one. There's one state in the United States that I would never want to live.
Antarctica. You hate cold.
I said United States. In the
No,
US.
not Alaska.
No, I have family that lives up there in Anchorage.
Oh.
So, and then Mary, the one that's living in Chattanooga, she grew up here, but they moved to Fairbanks. Her dad was that rescue pilot.
Yes,
remember?
you're not into California.
There you go.
It is a bit of a disaster movie. Well, you don't have the earthquakes, but
I would never.
the
I don't want to go.
fires are a little scary to me.
The other
They're getting
one.
a little excessive.
There's one other place that I'm really. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't want to go to it. It's just that I'm not really inclined to go. You should know what that one is too. Do you remember the other one?
State or city?
More like a city. It's part of a state. It's the biggest attraction in the state. Very dry. hot?
State? Colorado?
You've been there before. You spend lots of money there. You win some, you lose some.
Oh, Vegas you're talking
Yeah.
about? Oh.
So, I would never want. Look at Henry's going. I do not want to go to California. There is nothing interesting about California. I don't give a shit about the Hollywood side. I don't care about all the fake plastic celebrities. I don't give a shit about any of that. I live in Florida. Florida is like the diet version and more crazy version of California. Why do I want to go somewhere like that? And I'm not interested in, yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
Vegas. I'm not interested in Vegas. I don't drink. I don't gamble. I don't party like that. It's not interesting to me. So yeah, I've never been inclined
Yeah.
to go. It does not draw my attention at all. And Philip, if he was still in here, he would be like, what? No! He loves to play poker and he loves to gamble, and
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, he comes to Tampa and he goes gambling there. So if Phil was in chat, he'd probably be crying right about now.
Yeah, I think I've only gambled once or twice. It broke even and said, that's enough. I'm good.
Well, Millie, I don't drink alcohol. Period. Wine tastes like dirty, rotten grapes that have been stuck in a burnt wood tasting, rotting wood barrel. I'm what they call a super taster, so my taste sensation is more heightened than most people. And so that's a huge no for me. And I'm just not interested in doing that. Like, ever. Like, I've had wine, and I've tasted red, and I've tasted white, and I've tasted sweet, and I've tasted dry, and it all tastes like rotten grapes in a burnt wood barrel.
I guess I'll get to
Was that
keep all
you
the
or a
wines.
cat that just made that thumping noise?
this. I don't know. My chair just creaked,
Oh.
so it's probably me.
Well, there's something
But-
dead behind you on the floor again.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
always
we
back
I
there.
think we ought to dig a hole.
And
Feet barrel.
yes.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Nope. No grapes. No squashy feet grapes. I'm not.
Well, if you go to California, they let you go and stomp you on grapes.
We have
The-
a winery here.
Oh, okay.
We have several of them here. We have several within
I
20
enjoy wine.
minutes of here, and I don't fucking like wine, man. It's like dirty, rotten feet grapes.
But yours is not into alcohol
dirty feet, rotten grapes.
very much.
Yeah, I don't do any alcohol. And I need to preface this. I don't do alcohol for one main reason. I didn't really drink growing up. Every year for Christmas, my godmother would do white Zinfandel or some type of sparkling kind of white wine or champagne or something. It was always the sweet ones. What do they call that? Dry?
Something
Is
like
that
yeah.
dry when it's sweet tasting?
I
So
guess.
anyways, she always brought something over for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I would have a couple of sips of her stuff when she was around growing up. And that was the most exposure to alcohol I really had. My mom drank this stuff called Chambord, which is like a raspberry liqueur. I've had that in very, very tiny quantities. I've had peach schnapps and the stuff that you drink when you're a kid because you're bad. The 21st birthday, it was rough enough as it was, but my parents took me to Ruby Tuesdays and we went, and it was a 2-for-1 thing, and I got a strawberry daiquiri. But because I never really drank, my dad ordered it with half of a shot of rum instead of a full shot of rum. I spent 2 weeks in an alcohol-induced coma after my 21st birthday. I made it home, but then I wasn't feeling right, and then a friend drove me to the hospital, and I ended up staying for about 2 weeks. Half a shot of rum put me in an alcohol-induced coma.
Wow.
So they said no alcohol for you. And it's probably a good thing because I don't like the way it smells. It burns my nose, and I don't like the way it tastes. I'll taste it, but I'm like, no.
I think people drink it more for the effect than the taste and the smell.
Yeah, and I don't like I'm a control freak. I absolutely do not like being out of control. I don't take medication that makes me feel loopy or whatever. That's why you'll never catch me even in the hospital. If they offer me Dilaudid, I will tell them fuck no every time because it messes with my brain. I can't do it. I'm too much of a control freak. It's beautiful there, but nobody wants to live in the eastern part of Germany, the former communist part. Therefore, it's extremely cheap to live. Yeah, but you live in the capital, though. You live in Munich, so you're in like South Germany. But yeah, I don't do alcohol mainly because I don't want to die. I have allergies to all kinds of strange things. $1,000 for a house? Yeah, but it also gets cold there and snows and shit. So no, I mean I wouldn't mind visiting. I could have my German version of Under the Tuscan Sun there. I guess you go there and find an old manor house that you love and pile up property and
Oh yeah,
buy it for.
that's like what do you call it? Detroit. Some area just are dead, and then, but I mean weather-wise, I think it's gonna probably be close to that. They're about the same.
Yeah, we talked about like moving somewhere together to like live together, but again, there's a lot of factors into like moving in together. Just in case anybody was curious, we did talk about it about what we would do, where we would go. We're Eastern time zone here, both of us, and so I would like to stay Eastern time zone. It's not a must, but my job is in Central. The other thing is Henry. He has his life and his friends and family are all in New York. So I would not want, number one, he would be included in the decision that we made. And that's just because that's how you do shit. And excluding your child from shit is fucking wrong. And that's how I feel about it, and you can't change my mind. So, whether Henry's my child or not, I have children Henry's age, and so I wouldn't want my children excluded, so I wouldn't exclude his children for it. Child.
Giant.
Adult child. But, yeah, adult, Oberstadt is it's in the Northeast, yeah. I'd love to visit there. I supposedly have relatives there. Anyways, so we talked about like central locations that would be like a happy medium for us, somewhere where it's not too hot because he lives in New York, he's used to the weather up there. Something that's not too cold because I'm from Florida, been here my whole life. So we did look at like things that would be like a good mix of both, what we would both accept kind of thing. But it's a lot of what ifs right now as far as what we're both capable of doing. I just started working, so up until now I had like $20 a month worth of income, and that's from YouTube. So it wasn't feasible for me to even think about making plans the last year or so to even think about moving closer because I had no way to do that. Now that I'm actually earning money, I can pay my dad back the $2,100 that I owe him for dental fees. I don't know anything about the Virginias. I have family and friends in North Carolina and South Carolina. I have family in Tennessee. But I mean, I have one friend in Virginia, and then I've got a couple of people in like DC area. But I would no, would have to be. I want like a minimum, no less than 10 acres, 10 acres. If I could get 50 plus acres. But then the other thing is I live in Florida, so we have no state income tax. So other states do charge tax on the income that you make. So I also have to take that into consideration. Not every state does, but some states do. So there's other like state laws and stuff that I would have to look into. And I understand how Florida laws and stuff work, but as somebody who's been through legal studies and paralegal degree and all that kind of stuff, I would have to look at all of the state laws and what is and is not acceptable, because like in places like Alabama, a black man can't marry a white woman, or vice versa. If you are black and you're dating somebody that's white, you cannot get legally married in the state. It is against the law. So I don't want to move somewhere where, well, I'm in the Bible Belt anyways, but I'm not in like directly in the Bible Belt, and the Virginias would be. I don't want to move somewhere where somebody's going to look at him and see black instead of human. And so I don't want to live somewhere where they're going to discriminate against the fact that even though we are almost identically the same skin color, he's just pink, I'm green. I also want to take into consideration the environment in which we would be living. What is accepted there, what isn't accepted, how people treat outsiders, people that don't look like everybody else, that kind of thing. That is another thing that we talked about as well. Oh, I just read Henry's comment.
Oh yeah.
So Henry, are we talking like moving for like school stuff, or are we talking like moving to be with friends, or because I'm curious. I'm sure you are.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know school was a topic that we discussed. Man, I look really green right now. Look at how green I look, or yellow. Hang on, let me see if I can. Nope, I'll just look. I'm still yellow. No. Just to show you how bad my coloring is, now you can see how yellow I am next to a piece of white envelope. I look really yellow. I'm always, and I don't feel that great, so. Wouldn't pay taxes, but this was a while back. No taxes and PR. Yeah. Yeah, Puerto Rico has similar laws to Florida. No income tax, but the best healthcare system. That was another thing I'd have to look at is the healthcare systems with my health.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be a big deciding.
My friend Dan lives down in Puerto Rico. But he's been talking about earthquakes and all types of other little weird.
Well, they get run over by every motherfucking hurricane that comes by Florida. I mean, if a hurricane farts on Florida, Puerto Rico gets hit at least once.
Yeah. Well, it usually comes up through the islands. And
exactly.
hits you and then comes up and occasionally will hit New York.
But like, we're in Hurricane Alley here, but they always get hit first and they get hit bad, and then the government doesn't do jack and shit to fucking help them, and I fucking hate. Sorry. Yes, fuck must be my favorite word this week. I've used it quite a lot. What? Anything else that you want to say?
You're the one looking at me going, what?
I'm tired. Two of my friends are really pushing me to move in with them next year so I can get. You need to get your ass busy and do more fucking art and charge for it, Henry. I said what I said. Haven't you talked to him about this too?
Yeah, I'm talking about doing art.
There.
It's not.
Now we both said it. Do more art.
Well, he has to do the actual conventions. We have to start running around doing conventions again.
Exactly. Well, I mean, when stuff opens back up, but you can always like throw a table. Can't you just throw a table out somewhere in New York and sell stuff?
You're not going to get for the kind of art he does. It's not.
I own his art.
Yes. But for you to get a huge amount of money, you need to hit cons where you have a lot of people who are looking for that kind of art.
True. But you also have to have enough made when you go to service everybody's needs. Well, you need to do. I can help you with setting up website stuff or answering questions on what platforms might be good. I mean, there's also things like Fiverr.
Oh, I had them set up on Fiverr.
Where you can do like commission-based stuff for like, I don't know, YouTube channels? Maybe? Promote for like doing like, I don't know, banners or
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Well, you also have the summer job that you're setting up for.
Summer job? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he applied for a summer job at one of the camps. And
oh, that sounds like fun. I loved camp. And he worked for the flower shop last year.
Yeah.
So. See, Henry, this is where you could link your art. What kind of art? Uh-huh.
Well, you got to post your link.
Yeah, post your Instagram link or something. These are things we talk about behind your back, by the way. And a few other things, but it's nothing I wouldn't say to your face. What?
That's true.
Look at me in that tone of voice.
I look at you in that tone of voice. You look at me and then go, what?
Well, I can hear it running around in there, and I'm trying to figure out if you want to spit it out and say it or not.
There's nothing running around in there.
Bullshit.
There's nothing there. I'm just thinking of the What Henry's gonna say? If he's gonna post his link?
Probably won't. He'll chicken out.
No, he has to find which link. He has a ton of stuff.
We're being laughed at.
Yeah.
Welcome to a day in our world. I don't care. Post it.
Post it.
Are you done yet?
He's a very smart guy. He's very shy about
Very
sharing
shy, though.
his art.
Very shy.
He's very bad at promoting stuff. You have to get you an agent, then they'll go around and post it everywhere.
I'll help. You give me some links, man. Where's the link? You haven't posted it. Come on, let's go. See? Even Millie's interested. I know I have a piece of it. Actually, I think it's over there still. I have to get a...
Frame for it.
Yeah. It's over there in a pile of paper so it didn't get squashed. It's actually in a folder. It's in a manila folder. I think it's over there in that pile behind me. Link it, link it, link it. I'm showing my age now. Do kids still do that?
Oh, he tried to. You have to do show.
Oh, hang on. Hang on, I gotta approve it. But if your computer was on, you could approve it too because you're an admin on this channel.
It doesn't give me the option to do any of this. For some reason, it keeps hiding that stuff.
All right, hang
That's
on.
on Instagram.
Hang on. I'll get the actual link. You just put in a username. That bug is back. I just saw it. I like the drawing I have. What's wrong with the drawing I have? I don't care if it's old. I just liked it. God, how long ago did I buy that?
A year ago?
if not longer.
Yeah, I would have to go and see the
PayPal thing.
No. I have a picture from the show. So.
That's Sam.
Oh.
I'm surprised she's actually not in here. She's usually. Oh, hang on. I turned the microphone off so I wouldn't sneeze on you. That was one of those comments those nose comments I've gotten. Remember, they wanted me to sneeze on camera. Fuck is wrong with people?
Why?
I don't know.
There you go.
I just want to make sure that this is the right one. I mean, I know it is, but just
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I like the purple hair one. Okay, here is the actual link. That is it. That is a proper link. Oh, that's almost strawberry shortcake-esque.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one. Yep, been there. Okay, I need to stop. That looks like Sailor Moon. The way her hair's done. I thought Amanda wrote, "Why do people lick their dogs in the car?" It says, "Why do people lock their dogs in hot cars? Not lick their dogs." Yep. Reading is your friend. I'm tired.
And hangry.
I'm starting to get hangry.
There's a whole bunch of art on the site I haven't seen.
On his page.
Yes, there's so much of his art that I don't see. I think I still have his old Instagram.
I like that one too. Those are really good. I like all of those. That's the end of the Instagram.
Well, you were doing a zine, so.
I like this one too. I haven't posted a lot because I'm working. Well,
They'll have to promote it when it comes out.
Yeah,
When you have it finished.
exactly, Millie. Very talented. I like a lot of this stuff. So, but you know,
Yeah.
I might not be impartial. Okay, so in order for us to get something to eat before I have to work at 5:30, we kind of need to go like now.
Yeah.
And it's fixing a storm, so and I gotta let the dog out before we leave. Any other questions or whatever before we leave? Any other like, what are you dying to know? What'd you do there?
Huh?
Oh,
It's a
you
pop-up.
popped it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I was thinking if I could bring up any of the controls, but mine just doesn't have controls.
I don't know why not.
I mean, it shows a little gear, so it shows that I am an admin, but for some reason it's just...
Well, you're also not like you haven't typed in. Wait a minute. This only says top chat, not. Oops. My bad. I mean, I can see the
Yeah.
chat over here, but like.
No, you've been seeing the whole chat, so it's fine.
Yeah, but it says live chat now instead of top chat, and sometimes in top chat it hides some of the messages.
Okay.
Well, no questions. Got 8 people on here.
Yeah.
Definitely, and I have to, like I said, I have to work at 5:30, so I'm tired. We didn't get a whole lot of sleep. We slept from what, 8:30ish.
8.
Yeah, 8:30 to 11:30. Yeah, that's about 3 hours. I got about 3 hours of sleep. It's his fault.
Hey, somebody who doesn't know how to stop talking.
Yeah, he didn't shut up all morning.
Yeah, I'm such a chatterbox.
But I also didn't get a shower until like 5:30 this morning. So I got off work at 3:20 roughly, and then he got a shower at 4:30 and woke up my dad. And then I got a shower after my dad woke up at 5:30. I waited until his bedroom light went on, and then came back out here for a little bit. And then we were sitting here like browsing on the internet, and they were like, he's like, "Oh my God, look at the time." So yeah. I'm looking at you. I'm just looking at you through the periphery. I'm just not. Oh, that's a question you asked. I don't know.
Who asked?
You asked something. Let me see really quick if I can pull it up. I don't know how fast it'll take. I'm gonna have to turn the What's It viewer back on to pull it up once I get it up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Hurry up and load, hurry up and load. Roughly, yeah, Casey. It's 5:30 to 2:30. Where is it?
No, that's open.
Hmm?
No, I just didn't see any comments on it.
Okay. Let me see if I share my screen. I gotta turn it on, so hang on a second. I gotta make sure.
Oh, I just add a new one for your screen. Then you can just share the screen. Scroll down. Is that the whole thing?
That's it.
Yeah, I would just do screen. Then you can. Specific. Well, it's not full. You don't have any full screen stuff open.
But this might be it behind. I just need to move us.
No, it should be on top. It's just invisible because it doesn't have a. There's no signal coming through it. Just do a new. Here, sources, hit plus, and
Okay.
do.
Hang on. Now, let me hide that one again. Cancel. Plus.
Add a new source to your.
I hit plus, but it gave me the middle finger
Okay.
defiance.
And then browser source. I think.
Usually I just use display capture, but okay, that works.
Maybe.
And then we'll configure it.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Let's hit add. Hit delete. There you go. Yes. It should just be application or just window.
No, it should be display capture
Okay.
because that's what I've used before.
Oh, there's window capture. Okay.
There we go. All right. Now, I'm only going to leave this up long enough so y'all can see it. This picture here.
Yep.
I don't know who some of the other crazy people are, but this picture here.
Uh-huh.
You asked the other day. It scared the hell out of me. What did I do? What was your question the other day?
If you like goatees.
Okay. This is the picture like I'll crop. If somebody asks what Jason looks like, this is the picture I crop and send to people because
Okay.
I like this picture. This is a good picture of you. Now, there's other pictures of you with family and whatnot,
Right.
and Henry. But I really like this picture of you. Now, you do have like a little bit more here.
Yeah.
But he specifically asked if I liked the goatee thing and if he should grow it back because his passport photo has like the goatee thing on it. So, asking the viewers in the chat, okay, if, let me go back to my chat screen. If that is the picture that I send, I'll crop out the other people because I don't know who they are. If I crop out just Jason out of that picture and that is the picture that I send to people, do I or do I not appear to like facial hair on him?
I didn't know you were sending out the picture, but
I showed you I sent it to Phil. That's what I sent to Phil so he could see what you look like because he asked.
okay.
Well, Casey says it's a lovely picture, and it is. Come on, there's like 7 people in here, and one of them's technically him, so. Anybody else? Anybody? Anybody else? Do you or do you not think I like his facial hair if that's the picture I'm sending out? I just saw another. I saw something pop up on the screen. But I don't see it over here. I refreshed it, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
You don't freak out. That's what I did. I did that. It's like, where'd it go?
Uh-oh, now you broke it.
I didn't. It'll come back. Just give it a minute.
Okay.
You have to sing half the happy birthday song. And blink at it. But don't
And?
stare. Okay, Millie says yes. Henry, are you still here? What are your thoughts? Casey's now saying yeah.
Is he still there or is he eating?
I don't know.
He said he was making
Food. That was a while ago. We've been streaming for 3 hours.
Yes.
So the audience is saying yes.
I guess I'll grow it back. It'll make you happy.
It doesn't matter. It's your face. You can wear fur if you
Does
like.
it make you happy?
Again, it is not my face.
It's a yes or no question.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is. And look, we're even scaring the camera. No, it's not. It's the. Would you tell me what to do and what not to do with my hair?
No.
Would you tell me what you prefer and ask me to leave it a specific way?
I'll tell you what I like. I'm not going to tell you how to leave it.
Okay.
And then it's up to you if you feel like doing up whatever dude it was that I said I liked.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, I will say yes or no.
Oh.
It is your choice what you do with your hair. But if you do a style and say, hey, do you like this? I'll go yes. Or no.
But no,
Or
that's
hell
not
no.
no, because we're not talking about a style here. We're talking about whether or not.
Because I could shave it right off.
I know.
Or grow it back.
Or grow it back. But you're asking if I prefer it versus not prefer it. And I'm telling you that it's your face. I like it either way. It's not a yes or no answer here. We can't say yes or no to something
But
like.
you just said you sent out the picture with the
But,
goatee on it. So obviously,
but that's a good picture. Do you want me to send the one of you sitting at the table with your friend, looking all goofy like?
No, that's fine.
I don't think you have facial hair on that one, anyways.
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Let me look. But the face you're making is really goofy. See?
Yes.
So, would you prefer I send this out with you looking like that without your glasses on? Because you look different with your glasses on too, than you do without your glasses
Yeah.
on. I mean, there's this one here. If it loads.
Again, without glasses, so.
Yeah, without
So-
glasses, but you do have more chin hair, and Henry's in the picture, and then your friend from the other goofy picture. So, I mean,
Okay.
or we could do one of these.
It's even worse.
I know. That's why I don't do those. But at least you're smiling. Well, Henry was really young in that one. So, I mean, at least you don't have something like this. This is a little much. Okay, that's a whole lot of much.
Okay, that's Danny. Lives down in Puerto Rico. That's
Yeah,
the
that
I was talking about.
yeah, that would be a no for me. That's a whole lot of no. I mean, that's like too much facial hair. You're getting in
Okay.
wizard territory with that. Oh yes, Casey, they certainly
Well, that's
do.
different.
Yeah, that's like got a quickie. Look, there's something wrong with my prints. Oh my god. As usual. Her comment's even better. So, anyways, so hopefully that answers the question. And thank you
Yeah.
guys for putting in your feedback. I appreciate it. We're going to go and eat because I'm starving and I have to be to work in 2 hours. So that doesn't give us a whole lot of time to do much. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Do you guys want us to do something like this like later on in the week before he leaves, or do you want us to just, because we'll try and like stream on Twitch and whatnot gaming, but it'll be like me on camera instead of him because he'll be at that desk over there. So do you guys want another like live stream like this where we're doing this, or we can game on YouTube together and I can set this up for us to game? So if you are open to that, then let me know. I'll put a question or whatever on the community tab. You have anything else to say?
No?
Okay.
I think you covered it all.
All right. I am Rebecca Oberstadt. Thank you guys for coming. This is Jason, my other half, and I appreciate you guys coming for the Q&A. And yeah, any other questions or whatever that you have, then leave them down below. And again, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your YouTube account because I hate that crap. So if you want to do all the things that other YouTubers will ask you to do, then feel free. I'm not one of those. So have a good day or night wherever you guys are, and I will see you later. Bye.
Bye.